Every single day, it's always the wrong way. I'm looking for the truth, screaming from the roof. Here comes the blizzard, full of facts from the wizard. Tell me if you heard, that's the wizard's words. You listen and subscribe, got the perfect vibe. It's going worldwide, that's the wizard's words. Say that again, that's the wizard's words. Say that again, that's the wizard's words. Every single day, it's always the wrong way. I'm looking for the truth, screaming from the roof. Here comes the blizzard.
Buongiorno.
Can you hear me all right?
Yep, that's good, mate. That's good. I can hear you.
It's the audio. I'm on my laptop batteries run out.
Oh.
I'm on my phone.
Typical. Oh, right. Okay. Yep, that's all good, mate. That actually sounds normal, actually.
Okay, that's good.
Happy days, but it's all been going on in the world. Blimey! I hope you like my little musical intro.
We're back again.
How you doing? Yeah, it's him again. I saw you two earlier. Deja vu. I'm not saying nothing about being ignored in the chat, asking for the link. I thought I'm having a rant.
Do you know what, mate? I did see it, and then it was
sod it. No, but it's only him. He needs the haircut. Bugger off. Your mic's better than mine. That's what you do, isn't it? I know, Paul. I know what you're
How you doing, Wiz? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. It's lots of thoughts. I'm still getting headaches. I mean, last night I couldn't sleep. Just thinking about this Rupert Lowe thing.
Do you know what? It was bugging me as well, actually, last night. So I'm going to have a. I'm going to say my. I mean, you two spoke earlier, so I'm going to have.
It's been mate. It's been disturbing you. You were quite spicy on X last night, weren't you?
Yeah, I was fuming, mate. I was fuming. Like, oh, mate. Oh, I don't know if you guys are going to agree with me. I did catch a bit of obviously Paul, your show this morning. I caught quite a bit of it, maybe. I don't know, but you know, when my granddaughter's round, no one's going to take my attention quicker than her. So I was here, there, and everywhere. So I know you've all had your say, and I think I sort of got gist where you may be coming from. But for me, oh mate, I was fuming. I was like, you know that feeling like you've been like cheated on or betrayed. I genuinely felt like really angry because I've never ever been anything to do with politics, but with everything that's going on and getting older, I thought, do you know what? There comes a time you like the people are needed because of what's going on in this country. The people are needed. They need to stand up. They need to open their mouths. They need to be proud to be British, proud to be Christian, if that's, you know, if you're allowed to say that now. And then this come through and I was like, hang on a minute. I've signed up to Advance UK because I believe in Ben Habib. I believe in what he said. I believe in the policies. I thought, happy days, not a problem. Then yesterday or the day before, I thought, right, I got myself the coffee mug and the T-shirt with the lion on it. I thought, right, we'll have that going and we'll do live streams. All happy to promote. I would have bought the beanie, but they're sold out. And then this come up and I thought, hang on. If you merge, what's the party called? Is it still going to be Advance? Because on X, Rupert Lowe put up a post saying, yeah, Advance UK are welcome if they like what, we're to join you? Hang on, Advance UK is huge. It's actually a registered political party. So why would we have all that, but then call it Restore Britain when I've invested in Advance UK and Ben Habib? So I was fuming. And I don't know what I think about Rupert Lowe because he's had about 5 or 6 different parties here, there and everywhere. I don't know if he's actually a people person like Ben Habib. And I was like, do you know what? I was literally to the point, like, if this goes off, I'll literally get hold of Advance and say, I want my membership money back and I want my T-shirt and my coffee mug refunded. I was fuming. That's what I was thinking. Right, now you can talk, Paul.
Well, I don't know what I can add to what I've already said this morning, really. I mean, like, I probably, you know, like, I felt the same to a large degree. Ben's statement this morning has sort of, you know, put a slightly different light on things. But look, I'm interviewing Ben tonight at 6 p.m. UK time. I'm hoping to get that live by maybe 8, maybe a bit before. I've got a lot of questions for him, and if anyone's got any questions they want me to ask Ben, you know, feel free to pop them in the chat, and I'll try and fit them in. And obviously from you guys as well, Mo, I've just seen your email that you sent to me. I'm going to forward that to Ben himself, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure. Thanks a lot. I think the message needs to be heard.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So basically, you know, a lot more. You know, I'll be a bit clearer when I've spoken to Ben today. As I said, you know, he's agreed to do an interview. So there's probably going to be 1 or 2 difficult questions. But, you know, I'll probably hold, you know, reserve judgment now until I've heard from Ben and ask the questions that some people want to ask him. That is part of having a college and part of being a people's party. You know, you're kind of answerable to it. And Ben always steps up to the plate and doesn't shirk his responsibilities. So I'm very pleased to be doing that later on. And it's up to you guys really to give me the questions that you want me to ask him. I don't think he'll dodge anything. You know, he's not like that. But, you know, disappointed that Rupert expects us to go to him rather than him come to us. But it is what it is, you know. The main thing is unity, but I'm not quite sure if that's going to be achievable. I don't know. I've got my doubts somehow.
But Restore Britain's not actually registered with the appropriate commission, though, is it? Whereas Advance UK is. So.
Yeah, I believe, not that I'm aware, I don't believe that Restore has been to the Electoral Commission and had that party registered yet. I mean, it is pretty much a bit of a formality. So that doesn't really make too much of a difference. It takes a while and it depends on how difficult they want to be. But I don't really foresee any problems with Rupert registering Restore as a political party. For me, the bigger concern is if and how we're going to amalgamate and how that's done, what it looks like for the members of Advance, you know, people like yourselves who may feel that they've been let down somewhat. But what I would say to everyone, really, I think we've got to put our trust in Ben until he proves otherwise. Put our trust in Ben, and more than anything, respect the fact that Ben's in a very, very difficult position. This is not a position he wanted to be in. He hadn't foreseen this himself. It's not what he planned. It's not what he'd hoped for. And this might be a case for Ben, and I'm just guessing it might be, well, this is all that's on offer, take it or leave it, and it's up to him and the college whether it's taken or left. You know, my guess is certainly I will almost certainly would be voting to amalgamate, but with some conditions, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's going to be met.
No,
yeah, absolutely. I agree.
I wouldn't.
No, I agree with Paul. So, no, yeah. I agree with Paul 100% because with Restore Britain, like there's certain boundaries you can't cross, especially when Advance has already got things up and running. We've become the fastest political party to, to grow into the position that we're now in. Like, why would you throw that to the side? You can't just abandon. I think Ben understands as well. I mean, his message was pretty brilliant today, but you can't just throw that to the wayside. There's so much time and effort, as I was explaining in Paul's live stream this morning. There's so much time and effort that's gone into it. You can't just throw it to the wayside and just, let's just switch things over to Restore just automatically. But what the question now is, I think Ben and Rupert are going to have to sit down and have a private discussion about it. And obviously, Ben's going to get all the college members together of Advance and get a discussion around the table. But we don't know what the outcome of that discussion between Ben and Rupert is going to be like. Like the everyone's optimistic about this merge. I'm not optimistic or not, but neither am I pessimistic. I'm just like cautioning on the side of what's it going to look like? What's the outcome of the conversation going to look like? Is there really going to be an agreement coming together? Because it seems like the relationship between Ben and Rupert, it's almost like it's as if it's a bit one-sided. Like with Advanced UK, it was set up intentionally for Rupert to be the leader. That's what Ben's intention was all along.
Yeah.
And I think Rupert declined twice for whatever reason. That's fair enough. That's his decision. But you know, there's a level of respect that needs to be reciprocated. You know, we've as advanced supporters, and not just Ben, not just Paul, not just you, not just me, but we've all stood by Ben's side. We stood by Rupert, and we've been saying all along that Rupert is always welcome to join Advance. We have this party set up. You decided to set up a movement, and you've been doing brilliant work with your R Gang inquiry, and some of the stuff is pretty horrifying, I must say. But everything that Rupert has achieved and with his team at Restore Britain, it's been brilliant, that movement, and they've managed to do lots of brilliant things in Parliament. So this uniting together, it needs to be reciprocal. It needs to be mutual. You can't have it one-sided.
Yeah, I agree. I think one of the problems we've got is politics and personalities. You know, it's like, I think there are people behind Rupert that maybe aren't very keen on some of the people behind Ben. It's not even necessarily the two leaders that don't see eye to eye. It could be some of the people in the background. I'm just guessing there. I mean, I'm not saying that's a fact, but everyone has to look past this. You know, but I just wonder why Rupert has declined twice the opportunity to get together with Ben and to work with Ben. But Ben has really done a very clever thing this morning. That statement that he put out today, really, as I said on the stream earlier, has put the ball back in Rupert's court. And Rupert's now in a difficult position because he either holds his hand back out in return, shakes Ben's hand, agrees to have a sit down and a meeting and get together and thrash out terms of an amalgamation, or he just walks away from Ben and says, no, you're right, Ben, I don't want to know. Now, if he does that, I think he's going to lose a lot of support. But I'm not sure that he's going to be too bothered by that. I mean, look at Farage. You know, Farage walked away from how many million people, really, when he you know, when Reform said we don't want nothing to do with that lot, and Danny Kruger doubled down on it just last week. They clearly feel, Reform clearly feel, they can win the next general election without our votes. And probably take it for granted that if the election was tomorrow, we'd probably have to vote for Reform because, like, what's the bloody alternative?
Yep. But Nigel Farage did say that they're only 50% ready, so even that's got alarm bells ringing.
Well, look, to build a party that's ready for government is no mean feat. I mean, we have to be realistic. It's a very, it's a huge task, and one that shouldn't be underestimated. I think Nigel's probably underplaying that slightly. I think they are probably ready in many respects. They're not fully ready, but they're more ready than anyone else that's coming up on the outside. But for now, really, I'm just focused on Ben, on Advance UK. That's the party that I belong to. That's the leader that I'm loyal to because I believe in him. Whether Ben can persuade people like myself that Rupert is worthy of moving over remains to be seen. I'll always support Rupert because of most of his views. But I think for a lot of people, there comes a point of principle, doesn't there? You know, there's just this point of principle. You know, why should we come to you, Rupert, when, you know, we've already offered you the chance twice, and you've turned it down. But as I say, look, ultimately, the main thing that matters is the country, right? So,
But like Pat's got up on the screen here saying, what's the point of actually splitting the right? That's not us. Rupert Lowe decided to come out with, it's Restore Britain. Well, that's nothing to do with us. We are not splitting the right. It's Rupert Lowe. And he's on X when he's had a message from Duncan Ballantyne. He's like, yeah, get hold of me. Elon Musk has tweeted his stuff. And you think, what's going on?
Well, look, what it does.
No, the one who was splitting the right was Nigel Farage. He was the one who split us all.
Originally, yeah.
He is an absolute traitor. He just, not just him, but his whole team, Dickie Ties, coming on GB News and calling us that lot. And obviously Danny Kruger as well. I'm really disappointed in Danny Kruger. I thought he was pretty solid. He made a speech in Parliament talking about how we should bring back Christianity and make it the top religion and theology in the UK. And he comes out and did you guys notice even his body language talking about Tommy Robinson? No, I'm not happy with Tommy Robinson endorsing reform. I don't want anything to do with that guy and all that. And I just thought, you don't have to phrase it in that way. You could say, Bonnie Blue is entitled to whoever she wants to support. Tommy Robinson's entitled. He's on the British electorate. He's a British citizen. He's entitled to his views. But, Tommy Robinson has his own project and reform is doing his own thing. We all can agree that we love our country. He could have said that. He could have phrased it that way.
Yeah.
But that kind of vitriol, that kind of pernicious kind of vindictiveness, I just can't stand. And Danny Kruger, he's in my county in Wiltshire as well. He's not in my constituency, but he's one of those. He's just exposed himself as one of those career politician opportunists, jumping to reform like a rat. Yeah, just like a rat jumping onto a different ship. Just a career opportunity. He knew within East Advisors in Wiltshire that the Tory party wouldn't make any headway in the next general election. That's why he's jumped to reform. Why else? Absolute coward.
What it does show, though, I mean, there's a huge appetite for political parties on the right, whether it be Reform, Advance, Restore, whoever it may be. It shows us the appetite is there. The key is nurturing that appetite behind one banner. And again, without repeating myself, really the true hero out of all this is going to be the man that manages to unite everyone. But I don't ever see Farage being united with anyone other than Farage. Rupert, who knows? I mean, it's interesting times. I mean, the proof's in the pudding, right? It's like we can talk and speculate and guess and debate all day long, but Rupert's next step, well, I hope he thinks it out very well before unveiling his next step, because if he gets it wrong, we're fucked.
Yeah, basically.
If he gets it wrong, we got a big problem. Excuse my language, but if he gets it wrong, we got a major problem. And I've just got a horrible feeling. I've just got this horrible feeling inside my stomach that tells me that actually Rupert doesn't want to know.
That would be nice. I mean, why would he?
Sorry, what did you say? What did you say, Paul? Rupert was what?
I've got this horrible feeling in my stomach that Rupert doesn't want to know us. I'm not sure that he wants to be involved with Ben, Advance. I'm 99% sure he doesn't want to be involved with any college. 100% sure.
That has to be the case.
But Paul, have you
Advanced twice? Sorry, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, but no, it's fine. Yeah, but Paul, have you? I mean, do you remember when you offered the first time you spoke to Ben? You offered him a cup of coffee at Costa's. You messaged him, and he agreed to meet up with you. Have you done the same with Rupert?
Yeah.
If we're going to be fair to Rupert.
Yeah, I've messaged Rupert probably 5 times.
I bet you got nothing back.
Not a single response.
Have you attended any of his? I think there was a Restore Britain conference or something. Have you met Rupert Lowe personally? Shook his
No, I
hand at
haven't
least
met
for a
him.
brief moment.
No, I haven't. And I want everyone to know that I don't judge someone on their willingness to meet me, because I'm a nobody. I'm just a YouTuber, just an ordinary fella that's got a mic and a camera, right? So I'm not one of these people with an ego that thinks just because someone won't meet me that they don't deserve my support. Nonsense, right? I still support Rupert, but I don't see the same level of willingness to converse with those outside of the Westminster bubble, Oxford, Cambridge accent brigade. It's like he has his little preference, and I don't really see him dealing with the peasants, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm being unfair. Maybe he might be the nicest guy in the world. I don't know. Never met him. But I can only say what I see in front of me. I just, every time I see Rupert on a podcast, it's always with someone with the same background, the same accent, the same setup. It's got to be the professional studio with the dim backlighting, and the interviewer's got to have the right education, otherwise he doesn't do it. Just a view, not that maybe it doesn't matter. I mean, certainly it doesn't. If he was going to be a great leader, what the hell does that matter? But I think we're all a bit past just another politician that doesn't engage. We're so sick of that, ain't we?
Yep.
Yeah, even the people surrounding Rupert, there is a kind of aura of a kind of, I wouldn't say snobbery, but kind of like overwhelming middle class kind of element of the people surrounding Rupert. I don't want to name it, but Charlie Downs. I'm not going to be too negative, but I probably have more in common with the two of you, and we have a better chat than I would with Charlie Downs, even though we're of similar age. He's what, 24, 25? I'm 27, 28 this year. I don't know how old Charlie Downs, but he's pretty young. He's probably in my generation, Gen Z. But the way that Charlie Downs, he explains his life and his upbringing, him, enjoying nice English life in the kind of village that he was brought up in, and eating scones and having Sunday roast. And it just didn't seem he doesn't seem like he would connect very well with people of Paul's background or my background, or people who are, working class. You have to represent people. So I don't feel Charlie Downs understands that.
That's the British problem, though, isn't it? If you go back over the years, there's always been a class issue in the UK. But I don't know. Look, we can only hope. I'm trying to remain as positive as I can be, and doing this podcast with you guys now is a little bit tougher than it might have been, because I'm bloody speaking to Ben later. I mean, if I'd have had the benefit of an hour's interview with Ben before we did this, then I'd know a lot more. But I guess you just have to tune into the video later on when it comes out to find out. I don't know what he's going to say.
What time are you posting the interview with Ben? Let everyone know.
Well, I'm interviewing him at 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. for me. So that should be out. Hopefully, let's say the interview takes half hour, 45 minutes. 7 p.m., 8 p.m. UK time, maybe a bit before.
Right, okay.
And as I said, I'm going to be asking him some difficult questions. As usual, whenever I interview Ben, I always say to him, is there anything that you don't particularly want to discuss? And he just says, no, far away, so that is where I'm at. But I'm going to, look, Ben's thrown his support behind Rupert. And what I want to delve in tonight with him a little bit is, how did he come to that conclusion after being turned down twice? Why did he come to that conclusion? And how would he explain that to the members of Advance who have supported him, all this way, and we intend to continue to support him? So because there are people out there, and I think, certainly you're one of those people that are probably on the, you're not going to accept this too happily, are you? If Ben just goes, right, we're folding up and moving over to Restore.
I'll be done. I said, this is the first time I've ever got involved in any political party. I'm invested in Ben. I think the college, the setup, it's got people like yourself, Paul, which that speaks volumes to me. And I'm like, do you know what? I'll give this a crack. So if it goes any which way, I'm out. I'm not voting Rupert Lowe. Never will. I put that on X. People said whatever. And I was like, I don't care. That's how I feel. There's something with Rupert Lowe that doesn't come across, which does with Ben Habib. So, and I'm trying to build this channel, and a lot of it is around Advanced UK because I believe in it that much. So for someone like if Ben turned around and said, "Oh right, we're now going to restore Britain."
I mean, I have a slightly different take on it. I mean, I look at me and my bloody football analogies. I don't really care who manages my club as long as we win the FA Cup or the Champions League. You get the drift, right? I don't have to like the manager or the players as long as they're delivering for the team. So my view is slightly different, although I wouldn't be sort of super comfortable with.
Is that my end?
Yeah.
What is that?
That's not very good.
Mate, you're frozen in time.
Draining my internet.
Is it me?
Sure, it's not your wife.
But
it's probably your wife draining your signal out. Well, we can still hear you.
Who's frozen?
No, but Paul, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I think I get your point. Oh, he's disappeared.
Here we go.
We're masters of the stream now. Yeah, we're taking over, Wiz, with or without you. Right. So, Paul, you were saying, we trust Ben, we put our faith in Ben, but I would side with Wiz minus the anger and the frustration and leaving Advance and forgetting about it just straight away. I'd say I think Ben just turning Advance straight into Restore immediately without the feedback from the members would be a massive mistake. That's why you saw my email. Yeah, we need an internal poll. We need an internal, just kind of gauge what the situation is with, you're back. Welcome back.
One of the kids hit the Wi-Fi thing.
No, but we need an internal just measurement to see what the Advanced membership is thinking. Yeah. And whoever we should lay out the options. I'm not speaking on anyone's behalf, but lay out the options for what Advanced UK should turn into. What is the direction of travel for Advanced UK? And ask the members. Have their say. And whoever wins the majority of that particular option, well, then that's decided. It should be put through a democratic process to the people, to the members of Advance.
Would those who didn't get what they wanted then stick, or would they twist? Well, that's the problem, isn't it? Pleasing everyone is always the impossible task, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's always an issue, trying to please everyone.
Yeah.
Let's look in the comments.
Just making sure my connection's working there, bloomin'. Oh. So you have grandkids around, and look, you try to have a chat, bloomin' kids. You still love them though, but so I was just going through the chat as well, so I'm sort of listening. But people say like, "What's it you don't like about Rupert?" I don't really know much of him, but I know I've said how many parties has he been in? 5, 6? Conservative, the referendum party, Reform. He's been here, there, and everywhere. I don't know. It's just I just have a feeling when I listen to people talk, and he just doesn't come across as genuine as someone like Ben Habib. I wouldn't say I don't like him at this point in life. I don't feel like I have much trust in him because I haven't seen enough of him. I can see. I know he'd done all the what was it? For the grooming gangs, he's raised all the money, done this and that. I get all that, but just because you do all that, it doesn't mean you're a people person and you actually understand the country and the people in it. Because we can all talk the talk. Look at Nigel Farage, but when the cameras are off, who is Rupert? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I was going to say, Rupert is a former chairman of Southampton Football Club. He's a former football chairman, and I've been around a lot of football chairmen in my life, and I've met a lot of people like Rupert. And the one thing they are good at usually is lip service. So it remains to be seen. Again, I'm repeating myself. It remains to be seen what Rupert's response to Ben is. And that really is key. And that will obviously influence not only the college of Advance, but also the membership of Advance as to how they're going to feel about any potential merger. So it's really, I think Ben's done all he can. What more can he do? He's put his own money in. He's put 100 grand of his own money into the party. He's set the party up. He's been through electoral commission. We started writing policy, and I think the first policy to be unveiled was pretty damn good. Not perfect, but I think he even got that right. There's us thinking it's going to be the final draft, and it turns out that it's not. It's still only, sorry, not the final draft, the final version. It was still only a draft because he said, we're going to strive towards perfection as we get closer to a general election. So, Ben's done it all, really. I don't see that he can give much more. What he does deserve is everyone's support. I think whatever decision he comes to, unless it was absolutely bloody stupid, I think he deserves that people to continue to back him and give him their trust. Put your trust in Ben. That's what I'm going to do, certainly for the foreseeable future.
I mean, in the back of my head, I'm sort of like rooting for the merger not to happen. I mean, I'm assuming it's not a given. Being how Ben spoke earlier in the video, it didn't come across like it's definite, but he was sort of up for the idea of. But I mean, surely there's still a chance that it could go a little bit ping-pong, shall we say? And it won't happen.
Get it. We just don't get it. I mean, look, yeah, you're right. I mean, he's up for a merger. He was up for Ben. He was up for Rupert being leader of Advance.
Exactly. So why wasn't he? Why is he starting new parties and then suddenly like, okay, I'll join Advance now and we're merged? That makes no sense.
Well, that's the $1 million question.
No, it'd be interesting to see what their responses would be towards journalists who asked that very same question. Like, I remember when Charlie Downs, he was explaining on GB News, why have you turned Restore Britain into a movement rather than a party? Why don't you just kickstart it as a political party? And he said, oh no, parties are very divisive, and for now, I think a movement is most sensible so that it can be a kind of cross-party movement. We can involve people from different parties. It's fully flexible. We may turn into a party. We may side with the party that is closely aligned with us on policies and the vision for the UK. And then now you've completely backtracked on that. So it'd be interesting for journalists to come up to him and ask him, like, have you kind of drawn back on your word? And there's a bit of a double standards in the point that you made. You've been flip-flopping about. Before you were saying that you wouldn't set up a party, and now you have. Well, what's happened? Especially considering that Advance has the infrastructure in place. But yeah, it's all just a bit confusing, and there's a lot of mystery about Rupert's thinking. So yeah,
I'm wondering what.
No, I completely understand Wizard's frustration. Everyone's anger towards Rupert and Richard with this whole tirade rage mode last night. I completely understand. I completely get it. It's just there needs to be a solution. There can be a way to find harmony, and there's still so many people that are excited, like with Dino Bane being all excited about this merge between Advance and Restore. That hasn't happened yet. Like, I don't think we should jump the gun too quickly and say that Ben and Rupert are suddenly now, brothers in arms and they're all simpatico about this merge. It hasn't happened. The discussion hasn't taken place. It's only until they have sat down, had a proper discussion about it, then we can make a conclusion. But we don't know what that will look like. We don't know whether it will merge. Will it merge? Will Advance UK be relinquished and taken down and just turn into Restore? We don't know.
Well, it's the thing, right? If the merge was, so easy to put together and it was done and dusted, and even if it did happen, what's it going to look like? Now, to me, Rupert would be leader and Ben would be deputy leader, which is exactly the same position that Ben offered him in the first place. So,
that's what I mean.
So,
exactly.
But he could have joined. He could have joined Advance in the first place. We had the infrastructure, so I get that argument. There's different opinions about it, but it seems like it takes years for you to start a party from scratch, and Advance UK have already gotten the steps forward to get the legwork in to get a political party infrastructure and the manifesto and all the policies set up. Everything that was mentioned in Rupert Lowe's video last night on his farm, it was 99% was the exact same thing as what Ben has been saying and the policies inside of Advance. So it just seems a bit pointless to go on starting a new party.
Well, it's baffling. That's what I've said since the moment I saw it. It leaves us baffling. But maybe we shouldn't be baffled, because the big difference is, the big difference between Restore and Advance will be the college. That is the big difference. Now, I know for a fact that Rupert has an issue with that. I know he didn't like the name. He didn't like the name Advance. He didn't feel that was suitable, but that's a minor. But I think the biggest gripe or the biggest bone of contention for Rupert is the college. And I think for me and for many people watching this and supporting Ben or supporting Rupert even would have to concede that the college is a unique thing to have in a political party, and not only is it unique, it gives ordinary members, ordinary people, access to a political party that they've never really had before. So I don't see why Rupert wouldn't like that. It's something new, it's innovative. You'd have to come to your own conclusions as to why Rupert doesn't like that.
Sorry, mate. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I don't like the name of Rupert's party, Restore Britain. So what, in 20 years' time, Restore Britain? Whereas in my own head, Advance UK, I'm like, well, this country needs to take a step forward. It needs to advance. Yeah. So in 20 years' time, we need to take another step forward. We need to advance. Yeah. It makes sense to me. So, I mean,
it's a very clever name, actually. With it. Yeah, it's a very clever name. Yeah.
But Restore Britain, you're like, what? It doesn't make sense. Like 40 years' time, right? We've restored Britain. Let's vote for Restore Britain. What? It doesn't work. Personally. I do
wonder what Rupert's thinking on Northern Ireland is. I mean, he's called his party Restore Britain. Does that mean Northern Ireland is out of the equation, or is it part of the country? What's his thoughts on Northern Ireland? I love the way Ben has made it abundantly clear. It's the United Kingdom of Britain and Northern Ireland, isn't it? It's written in our passports, and it's part of the Constitution as well. So, yeah, Rupert hasn't really made it very candid about his stance on Northern Ireland. It's just that Boris Johnson is awful withdrawal agreement. I just think, I don't know what you know about Northern Ireland, Paul. Is it true that Advance can't actually be set up in Northern Ireland to run an election?
No, I believe they're setting up branches out there right now, and it's going very well. I think they probably end up working with the SDP. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that Advance have a massive support out in Northern Ireland. And it's growing by the day. But you're right, you know, I don't know what Rupert's stance on Northern Ireland is. I'm not even sure that Rupert knows what his stance on Northern Ireland is. You know, Boris Johnson sold them down the river to a large degree, and we need to fix that. And I see that really Ben is the only person that's willing or has a real genuine will to fix the Northern Ireland problem and to make sure that Northern Ireland continues to thrive in the future with its place in the United Kingdom. I don't know. I mean, this is again, you know, these are questions that we'd like to put to Rupert, but he never answers any. So.
But then Ben said in the video, which I actually loaded up, I posted that up because I thought it was quite interesting via the email that we got. But you're part of the college pool, so surely in 2 weeks' time you're going to get called, have your say, listen to what other people say. I assume you have a vote. I'm assuming that would also include, do you or would you like to see a merger? I assume, would it not? And until then, we're just speculating.
Yeah, I mean, even now, you know, I said earlier on, right at this very moment, my vote would go to agreeing to the merger, but that's a very, very early. You know, I reserve the right to change my mind in the respect that, you know, we haven't had any questions answered yet, and Rupert's not even responded. So it's just, as you said at the moment, it's all speculation and fun. You know, who's going to win the boxing match or the football match? You know. Well, I don't know how members of the college are going to vote, how they're going to feel about it. What I do know is that every single member of the college that I'm aware of and that I know personally would all put country before anything else. So my guess is that unless it's a really shitty, bad deal, that the vast majority of us probably will end up voting for an amalgamation. Whether we like it or not is another thing. But I think we all recognise that united we stand, divided we fall.
Yeah, but you said like earlier, you did say like, you know, if need must, when it comes round, you would vote reform. So,
oh no, that's if there was a no. That's if there was an election tomorrow or next week. You know, because look, if there was an election in a minute, right, in the next couple of 3 months, whatever. No one else is ready yet. You know, reform are ready, and let's be fair, even those people that say they hate reform, they hate Nigel Farage, if there was a general election tomorrow, they're probably going to end up voting for him because it's that or nothing, right? So this is a slightly different situation with Ben and Rupert. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
No. It's just one of those things. It's got me on the fence. This one, like I'm a bit, because like you say, like I'd have to sort of bite my tongue, I suppose. And if Rupert Lowe was a part of Advance, but I'm just really confused of how it's come to this when he could have just been a part of it from the beginning, or he could even join it now. And he's like setting up a party that's probably like 1/10 ready than what Advance is, and Advance isn't fully ready. So if like we all then had to go to restore, surely we're taking 10 steps back.
I think it's about
exactly. Like it's just really strange. Like we've set up the party with all the right infrastructure. You may not agree with everything. I think deep down, Rupert might have a massive problem with the college, the way the infrastructure set up for the college to hold him accountable. He sees that as a threat, possibly. I don't know. But it's just really strange. I mean, this just sets us back. As I said again, like how will the two entities merge? I don't see it really happening, to be honest. I think Ben, his message, a lot of people were saying his message was brilliant this morning. I see him playing more of the diplomacy card. I don't think he was being entirely honest about his views. He might have been really frustrated about it this morning. Because can you imagine, like you offer Rupert the opportunity to leave the party, he declines twice, and then goes ahead and set up his own party. I'd be pretty mad about it. I'd be fuming. But you know, for the sake of the country, like what do you do? I don't know.
Yeah, I think observation is quite perceptive there, to be fair. I mean, look, Rupert says, we want to bring in, businessmen, farmers, scientists, doctors, people of industry. Well, that's exactly what the college is. I am literally, without a question or shadow of a doubt, the lowest and the dumbest and the least qualified of everyone on the college. So Rupert wants to set up a board of advisors or whatever, or a group of people that are doctors, businessmen. Again, they're already there in the college.
Exactly. We got Mark the bowler hat farmer. He was brilliant in that conference in London. We've got so many people already. We've got Norman Fenton and Kathy Gingell. I love their speech in London. Gave me goosebumps actually. But yeah,
Craig Walton was
so many
good.
brilliant people. Yeah, Craig Walton. And you've got a lot of people involved. You got Howard Cox, Fairfuel UK. There's no reason why you. I don't know. I feel like he's just he might be just revolving it around himself, and he wants things to be done his way, or maybe the Restore Britain way. Collaborating with his own team. But this is the question: like, is there really that much commonality between the Restore Britain team and the Advanced team? Imagine if we actually merged. What would it actually look like? Do you actually see or envision Charlie Downs and what's his name, Harrison Pitt, comfortably sitting down and having a friendly, proper discussion about the vision and the future for the UK, sitting down alongside with Howard Cox and Ben Habib and Mark, bowler hat farmer? I don't see much commonality. Just
yeah. No, you're right. I agree. It's not, as I said a minute ago, it's not just about the leaders, it's about the people behind the leaders, whether they can amalgamate and whether there's a relationship that could be had. I mean, the one thing that I've learned in politics in the 2 years that I've been involved is what an absolute mess it is, what an absolute minefield of personalities and egos and awkward characters and, unbelievable. It's like being in a school playground.
That's why I think Rupert Lowe's doing what he's doing. It seems to me that he's being selfish. It's maybe his ego. It's all about him. It's his party, which he'll be a leader of. And that way, I don't know, it's just that setup seems better than joining Advance, because then it's all about him. That's how it comes across.
So as members, what would you two feel comfortable with an amalgamation wise? What would that amalgamation look like to you two, where it's not perfect, but it gets to a level where it's acceptable and you stick around?
For me, if everything stays as is, but Rupert Lowe literally joins Advance, whether he's as the leader or co-leader, it's Advance. It's going to be with the college. It's going to be with Ben Habib. I could bite my tongue and still possibly go the journey with that. Maybe. Probably. More than likely.
With Rupert as leader.
If he was leader or deputy leader and Ben was still leader, I could probably bite me lip and think, hang on, it's still Advanced UK. We still got the college with people like yourself involved. We still got Ben Habib. It's still Advanced UK. That's what I've invested in. And like any investment, sometimes you got to bite your lip for 6 months to see what comes out. So I would sort of take a step back, not Advance, I'll take a step back and I would let it go. But in the meantime, I would still support it, and I would do so until I had a reason not to. And I'll go from there. But I wouldn't go to any other party, like Reform or anything, no.
What about you, Mo?
Yeah, I wouldn't go back to Reform either. I think they've already shown their true colours. But with this amalgamation, what it would look like is, as I said, a table of the advanced team and Restore Britain team comfortably sitting together and at least agreeing on the base fundamental things. I think the college needs to stay intact. I love the way Electrodoc puts it. The college is brilliant. The college is the reason why I joined. I was primarily motivated to join Advance because of the college. You hold the leadership to account. No one single individual or leader has this top-down messianic complex authority over the party in the way that Nigel Farage has. And it's not all based on this whole top-down celebrity politics. Nothing comes out of the mouth of the leader, and that all these minions below him have to follow in his lead without question. I don't think it's the way Rupert Lowe has in mind to lead Restore Britain. I don't, at least for now, the way that he's carrying it, he's not acting as if it's a top-down structure. But that's what I worry for the future. Imagine if it was looking like Reform 2.0 with Restore Britain. Would people still be as loyal to Rupert Lowe as they are now? That's what I'm worrying about. So the college has to remain intact. I think the policies have to remain. I mean, the policies that have come out with this immigration policy with Advance, I don't really have any faults with it. I agree with 95% of it. I do have one or two kind of problems with the kind of clarity with dual citizenship. I think that has to be clarified. But that has, obviously, Paul, you've made it clear in your live stream that we're going to talk about it amongst the college, and that dual citizenship is not as black and white as people think it is. There's a lot of complexity behind it. And I agree that it needs to be talked about and really tweaked and modified meticulously, because dual citizenship is really complicated. And obviously halal and kosher slaughter, that needs to be made illegal in the UK. But yeah, as I said, the college remains intact. The people come together harmoniously. I don't see any problem with it, no matter who the leader is, whether it's Ben Habib or Rupert Lowe. It's for the sake of the country. But there are conditions, there are boundaries. And one boundary you cannot step out of is ostracizing a particular cluster of the political party or the entity, as in the working class. You have to stand by everybody, and that includes a large chunk of the British population, that being the working class. They are the backbone of this country. One thing I'd be really concerned with Restore Britain, if it were to slide into kind of ethno-nationalist tendencies, to go alongside that kind of Steve Law's mentality of deporting people based on their skin color. That would include deporting people back to their country of origin, people, including people who are adopted. They have no say. They have no. They never had a problem with being in this country, and you're deporting them based on a skin color. You know, adopted people or mixed colored people, they have no say in this. It wasn't their choice to be born this way, and they were born in this country. Like, I don't see how you would institutionally apply that or implement any policies to facilitate that. But those are my conditions.
Interesting that Steve Laws posted a message on X. Did you see it earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Nope, I've not seen that.
Yeah, just said Rupert is our leader. Get in line. You know, I wonder what Rupert's view on that would be. You know, if he's gonna talk about that. I mean, does he need to? No, because you know, everyone, as we said earlier on, people are being told to support whatever political party they want to support. You can't necessarily judge a party or its leader on the people that support it. But it's again, you know, things keep pointing towards something that I don't like the smell of. And yeah, I mean, look, it'll all come out in the wash, won't it?
Yeah, it will. But what do we do in the meantime? Just speculate. But then speculation gets us nowhere. Do you know what I mean? But
it doesn't. But I mean, it's all part of the fun, isn't it? I mean, at the end of the day, that gives us something to talk about on our channels. It gives viewers the chance to air their views, you know, this is why I think the role of all these YouTube channels is so important, but because it keeps people in the loop, it keeps their interest levels up, hopefully, unless they get so frustrated they just bugger off, which is also possible. But look, our job is to report the news and to you know, give audiences a choice. Yeah, and I think the more channels, the better. You know, that's, for me, it's very important. And it keeps the public sane, hopefully, I reckon, because I'll tell you now, I reckon without the YouTube channels, I reckon this country would have exploded by now. Without that outlet, an outlet for people to vent their frustration and to gather in whatever channel they follow, and to be able to vent their frustrations to their friends and like-minded people, I think this country would have blown up. You know, the levels of mental health issues that this Labour government have caused, I think, is unmeasurable. The levels of depression has been remarkable for me. The amount of people that, you know, say to me, "Oh, since this lot came to power, you know, my mental health has suffered," and I believe that. I believe it to be true.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of that as well. I mean, you couldn't have got any worse than it's gone with Labour. Do you know what I mean? On Teflon Starmer, it's just one thing after another. But like you say, there come a point, reform are obviously going to wipe out the Conservative and the Labour. How will that go? I mean, even that, I'm a bit like, you know, it could end up being a bit like Conservatives, Labour again, and they're a bit more establishment than we realised. So then that would set up for Advance to come through in the next election and actually wipe out reform.
Oh, look, you know, for me, if Rupert and Ben could get their act together, I'd like to see reform pack it all in and give them a free run at it.
Yeah.
You know, because I just, you know, the way reform are going, they may well end up forming the next government. But I tell you now, if people think they're the answer, they're going to be hugely disappointed.
Yeah.
100% they're going to be. I mean, look, they might bring us back to some levels of normality, you know, where I could go home for a bloody start. You know, they might bring us back to levels of normality that we recognise, but they're not going to. I don't think they're going to change a great deal. They're not going to suddenly start, you know, doing the jobs that need to be doing. You know, Ben has said, you know, day one, leave the ECHR. Well, I tell you now, with reform, you watch how long it takes them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's actually issues within reform. I read yesterday, I think it was the 6th councillor who left due to belittling from the management. Now, there's something going on behind the scenes that we're not seeing there, and you know, belittling or whatever, I assume bullying or whatever, from management to councillors, that is definitely alarm bells ringing.
Yeah, so I think it was David Taylor who came out in public on, I think it was BBC. He came out and said, "I'm resigning from reform," and straight away the reform cult start bashing him on X. So that's how you can see they've exposed their true colors. So it's nothing but a cult, personality cult. Sorry, you're going to say, Paul?
No. I was just listening to what you had to say. I agree. You know, I don't know. We just got to wait and see. We've got to be patient. I'm really looking forward to speaking to Ben tonight, see what he's got to say. I wish I could get Rupert on, but you know, I might as well trying to get Donald Trump on. You know, that's the problem. There's someone else that we haven't really spoken about here that
That's definitely not me this time. I'm still here, mate.
He's gone. He's brushing his teeth now.
Paul's done a runner. It's either that or he's doing what I've done and spoke to himself. He's like, "Hello, why is he talking over me? Like, you're gone, Paul.
No,
you're gone." Let's quickly do the
wife.
Jamie.
His wife is distracting him. He's looking at his wife right now. That's why.
That's what he's just frozen. And he's like, my missus is looking at me. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, I forgot.
Time. Yeah.
He'd come back and we're like, no, we weren't saying nothing, mate, nothing at all. Jamie Dodger with £10. Cheers, Jamie Dodger. Need to figure out what's happening. He has to do an interview and explain. I'm happy for them both to join as a joint thing. I'm a member of Advance. I want prosecutions and prison and safety measures for us. More of a statement, and I agree. Don't understand. I mean, we knew they would join. We were waiting for him to join. We were wondering why he wasn't. All of a sudden, he's back. All of a sudden, it's bad. It's great. I think it's become restore to join more parties. It's your turn, Paul. It's not just my internet. It must be a weekend thing.
I don't know what's going on there. I think. Have you got any echo with me?
No, it was sounding all cool, and then it just looked like you suddenly saw your missus and froze.
Yeah, it just froze. You know, I was going to say someone that we haven't really spoke about who could have a massive role of playing this is Elon Musk.
Yeah, totally. I don't know.
Well,
I think
that's what I said earlier, didn't I? He posted saying about, Rupert Lowe's the one or the thing or the one to do it or something, and I was a bit like, what are you on about? Like, not really. He's literally just come out, I've got a party because it's all about me, and we've already got Advance and Ben, so I was a bit confused by that.
He's also supported Ben in the past and encouraged Ben to start his own party, so you know, I think Elon perhaps is a little bit flaky at times in the respect that, you know, he fires off some of these tweets before he maybe considers a little bit more what he's doing. Look, he clearly supports Ben, he clearly supports Rupert. There's no reason why he can't support them both. But again, if I was Elon Musk, if I had Elon Musk here for 5 minutes, which I don't, unfortunately, but if I did, I'd be saying to Elon, mate, do me a favour, can you get these two together and tell them to stop pissing around, you know? And to be fair, Ben's not pissing around, but, you know, I'd say, can you get these two together and, you know, get them on the same song sheet for everyone's sake? And then you ain't got to choose whether you're supporting Ben or Rupert. You can support them both. You support the cause rather than the person.
Yeah, I think Elon should kind of keep silent for a bit and not jump the gun too much, because, you know, you're going to divide people's support even more. You know, I know he's endorsed Ben before. He's now endorsing. Well, he's endorsed Rupert all along, but there's no reason. Well, as I said again, he's following the money. He's trying to look
he helped
at
out
which
Tommy Robinson, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean Well, his heart's in the right place. I mean, he did follow. Well, at least we can all agree that he's right about Nigel Farage. Weak source, weak soupy sauce. So, yeah.
Yeah, Brian's saying stop all the division. Look, I agree with that. You know.
Yep.
People often come on my channel and say, "Oh, stop dividing and stop splitting a vote." I mean, bloody hell, I'll be trying to do exactly the opposite from day one, but it's just an absolute nightmare.
Hi guys.
Hey mate, you right?
All right, yes, Wiz, you did send me the link under the heading of just a minute, I've got it right here. Under the heading, read those 3 links I mentioned. So I didn't see it. You should re-subject line it. I've been here in the chat, right, pulling my hair out, modding, policing the channel, moaning at you. Right, you will vote as long as there's a college structure in wherever it is. It needs to have
and it's still called Advance.
Absolutely.
I don't care about the name as long as we've got that communication with good people such as Paul, etc., and we can keep that communication line open. Then I haven't got any issues whatsoever, and neither of you.
But thinking about it, do you know what? Yeah. I know why Rupert Lowe actually won't join Advance. Because of the college and everything, and as what Ben has said, if you're not putting your weight, you can be voted out. He's not going to like that. Nigel Farage wouldn't like that. It's all about him and his ego, so he won't have anything like that. So Rupert Lowe would be like, "Oh, join advance. I could have a few little missteps here and there. The vote of no confidence, he will be removed by the people." And he's like, "I don't want that. I want to stay here forever, like Nigel Farage."
No, I don't want none of that. I want all the power.
Paul,
I could be his thinking.
How does the Wiz know this? You're an insider. Come on. How does the Wiz know this? Come on.
Because that's what Rupert's like. That's what he's thinking.
I think,
out.
Yeah, I don't think it's that hard to work out, to be fair. I mean, yeah. I mean, look, again, you know, I can only commend Ben right from the very start when he first spoke about this. You know, he said he spoke about his idea of the college to keep all of the leadership in check. And, you know, I still can't see a negative to it. You know, I think everything about the college is a positive for the people, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, listen, guys, maybe we're all naive. None of us have ever been in Parliament. None of us have ever, you know, been heavily involved in the hierarchy of a political party. It might just be that that's the way, because of the division that comes up within parties. It might just be that's the only way to keep everyone together. You know, you either take it or you leave it. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, I think this knife edge of a balance that we've got at the moment over whether or not we're going to be all up for Restore Britain and Advance as well is whether or not the college foundations ends up crumbling because of this particular merger. I think that knife edge tells us everything that we need to know, and it's not been decided yet, right? And we just need to hang on and wait for that. Yeah, that's what I think anyway. I've tried it
exactly.
Yeah,
me and Electro are on exactly the same wavelength. You've got to wait for the discussion to come out.
Yeah, I mean we're bringing it up because it is an issue at the moment. Because you know, because we're on a knife edge at the moment. You know, everything that we've worked for could crumble. Yeah, on this one decision, and this one decision is extremely important. Yeah,
it's the college that needs to remain intact. You're absolutely right.
This communication line,
that college is gold, man.
Yeah,
that's the reason why people have gone over to advancing the bucket loads.
Yeah,
it's
completely different way of doing politics.
It holds the leadership to account.
Yeah,
we've never had this before. This is a democratic representation.
Yes,
isn't it?
Absolutely.
That's why you've joined Advance.
Yeah, same here. That's why the Wizard also joined Advance.
But that's why Rupert won't.
Well, we will see,
okay,
Wiz.
We'll
see. Yeah.
Hold your horses, Wiz.
Yes, Wiz. Come on. Hold your dragon.
I'll be. I think tonight. I think when we see Paul upload his interview with Ben, I think that's going to be the because we're talking again Monday, aren't we? At 1 Guardian. So we're on that, we'll definitely be going through that, I expect. So if it's right with you, Paul, during my live on Monday, it'd be nice to if I could bring up your interview with him and play that, and me and
yeah, of course, absolutely. I mean, look, it's a great opportunity for us tonight to speak to Ben, but I've got to be honest with you, I'd rather be asking Rupert the questions.
Yeah, but it's impossible to get to. It's his own little shield bubble, isn't it? It's like one of them spacecraft in Independence Day. You know what I mean? You try and get to it, ting 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 ting. You know, we've got to virus the mothership that's controlling him and get him to listen. Get through that shield, that bubble.
He's got 10 barriers of security. It's hard to get to him.
Yeah, but
you can't even message him.
But Ben hasn't. You know, we can communicate and influence the college through our words. You know, to exactly what we're doing right now. Yeah, and you guys can ask questions in chat as well, and they all come up on screen. You know, and any pertinent ones come up on screen or get asked. Yeah, and I love this format. It's brilliant. You know. I've been accused today of just trying to get numbers up. So, mate, I've got 140 subscribers. What are you on about? It's nothing about that. It's all to do with the patriotism and feeling like we've got the the opportunity to make change, etc. Yeah.
Would you say we're bickering? I think we're all trying to come to some sort of ground, and the only way we can do that is by communicating. So,
yeah,
I wouldn't say bickering. I mean, there might be a little bit of debate here and there, but we all need to find out, because I ain't got a clue. I know what I'm saying, and I can hear what I'm saying, but even that, I'm like, oh, but then that my view could change within a week, or after Paul's interview with Ben. I'll be like, oh, actually, this actually, blah blah blah. So. I mean, in the meantime, there's nothing wrong with us throwing this around, and all other possibilities, because you know, we want to know.
Part of fun. All part of fun.
Want to know.
Yeah. We're still heads are still spinning, aren't they? From the news from yesterday, you know, we're just basically running around like chickens with our heads cut off at the moment. We haven't got any substance to, think that Advanced UK College will be dismantled. We can't really think like that. We've just got to wait and see. But we are putting that question out there, that, ready, just in case anybody wants to start jumping on us.
Last night, when I saw that video of Rupert Lowe, my initial reaction was I was as angry as Richard Inman and Wiz. Like, I was pretty fuming, but at the same time, I wanted to take a step back and just wait until Ben and Rupert came together to discuss. Yeah. We haven't had that come out yet. Yeah. But the reason I think I was angry, especially, is because it was Ben Habib who was the bigger man who offered Rupert leadership. And I remember years ago, we had the pledge. Do you know the manifesto, the policies in the manifesto that comes out of Advance? It's based on the pledge. The pledge was a document that David Rhodes wrote together with Richard Inman. And I get why Richard is so angry about it, because we spent so many years working on this project to put Christianity first, to do this and that, immigration and all that. And all the policies are written into Advance, and it's inspired by the pledge. Yeah. And so then everyone came together in that room. Paul, you were there. Jeff Taylor, you were there. Maya Tusi, you were there. Jordan Peterson flew all the way from Canada. A lot of people don't know that, but everyone was working on that project together along with Tommy Robinson. And now we have Rupert Lowe all of a sudden coming out of the woodwork and saying, let's all unite together, but only under my leadership. That feels like a bit
oppressive.
I don't know. It seems really oppressive. Yeah. Why would you not? At least
not want to listen to the footmen on the soldiers on the ground, us running around on YouTube trying to get the word out. At
least you can lend a bit of time with Tommy Robinson. At least you can lend a bit of time with Paul Thorpe and Richard Inman and David Rose, just to sit down and let me just listen to the things that you're proposing, and I can take it or leave it. That's fine. I'd be happy with that as well.
Yeah, so the structure that Paul brought up earlier, what would it be like as a future kind of thing? So the college, in communication with Restore Britain's think tank, maybe with the pledge incorporated into that as well, that might be a good idea. So any changes that, I don't know exactly how that bit works, but any changes that we make is also brought up in the in Restore UK's think tank.
Don't forget that Ben was the only politician that signed the pledge.
Yeah.
And Rupert was invited as well to that, and again, no response.
Where was Rupert Lowe? Where was Nick Tinconi? Where was Nigel Farage?
Yeah, we demand an apology. Wasn't Rupert in Reform then? I'm fairly sure he was, so maybe he wasn't allowed to sign that pledge because we were in a separate party, Reform.
It's irrelevant. It's not even... It doesn't take into account what political party you belong to. It's a document that's cross-party.
Yeah. Which is also the think tank of Restore UK, which is it's just confusing. They wouldn't want to listen to our voices as well. The peasants on the ground.
Yeah, gentlemen, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. I'm being
all right, Paul,
and I've got to do what a husband has to do
on Valentine's Day. Yes.
Too much information.
See you, bye.
We're talking gardening, boys. Nothing.
Right. Okay, mate. I shall see you next week, my friend.
See you later.
All right.
Cheers for that,
Paul.
Thank you
very much.
you.
Cheers, mate.
See you, Paul. Thanks, Paul.
What is Restore Britain other than Rupert Lowe, though?
Well, yeah, but it'll change, won't it? Depending on what Ben Habib brings into Rupert Lowe's party. Well, not even Ben Habib, is it? It's down to the college. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people running around thinking it's down to Ben Habib. It's not down to Ben Habib. If it's not down to the college either, then unfortunately Ben Habib has then broken the manifesto that he said the college will vote for all. You know,
but Restore Britain is just Rupert Lowe. I mean,
yeah, but then if you also got Advance UK amalgamating or collaborating with that party, then.
But it's not a party. Still have vote.
No, but would Rupert be happy with that? That's the question. With all of Advance's team coming into Restore,
including the college, this is the problem.
Including the college. That's essential.
Why would all that have to move over to one bloke who calls himself a political party when that one bloke could go the other way to Advance and just join that?
A coalition means it won't be one bloke. It will be Ben and Advance UK. Sorry, it'll be Advance UK and
There's
Restore
so many
Britain.
Freudian slips now, man.
Yeah, but Restore Britain is
slips.
just all it is Rupert Lowe. Look, who have you got in your party at Restore Britain? It's me, the leader, Rupert Lowe, Rupert Lowe. That's it, one bloke.
At the moment, right?
Yeah.
If there were a coalition with Advance UK, it would be Advance UK and Restore Britain. Yeah. So therefore, it won't just be one bloke. At the moment, with Advance UK, there's only one bloke, really, and that's Ben Habib, and he's not even the bloke.
It's not, is there? Because you got all the people in the
college.
No.
Advance UK is based on the team. It's not just Ben. If Ben were to something were to happen to Ben tomorrow, God bless us, so it doesn't happen. Don't jinx it.
No.
The party would still remain existing, and everything would be running smoothly as before, even without Ben. But with Restore Britain, I'm asking the same question: what if something were to happen to Rupert Lowe? Everyone's pledging their support for Rupert Lowe as Prime Minister. Well, what happens if he's, you know what I mean? What would Restore Britain be without Rupert Lowe? That's the question.
Indeed.
People are criticizing Rupert about his personality cult that he's building. I get that criticism. It's a bit too early to jump the gun and say that indeed is. I don't think for now he's building a personality cult, but what if he were to? What if everything was to turn into Reform 2.0? We would be making a massive mistake by turning Advance UK just straight into Restore Britain. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
And Wiz understands this. Are you frozen, Wiz?
Again.
No, sorry, I'm looking at the chat because I want to.
He nods off. He secretly nods off, on his microphone. I'm sure he does.
You're not fucking frozen, are you?
I didn't realise I'm so far back. I've literally gone down in the comments, and I'll keep doing it. And I'm like, my word, how far behind am I? But I want people to sort of say what they want to say and get questions or whatever. But
come on, then get some questions up. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Get some questions up.
Miles away. I want to bring the super chats back up again because obviously the man's willing to donate. So I want to get through that a bit more. Basically, Electrodoc, I read it out earlier. Electrodoc, you can read it out this time, and then Mo, if you want to say anything about it, because obviously it deserves a bit more attention. Because I want to say thank you very much for the £10 donation, and the next one that I'm going to put up is the same bloke for the same amount again. So we need to give him the response of actually discussing it.
We need to figure out what's happening. He has to do an interview and explain. I'm happy for them both to join as a joint thing. I'm a member of Advance. I want prosecutions and prison safety measures for us. Who doesn't? Yes, I don't know what you mean by who you want to have come up for an interview.
Ben, I expect maybe.
I think Ben and Rupert.
Advance.
Yeah, Rupert.
Ben and Rupert.
Well, don't forget, Rupert is in that kind of shield.
I think what about timing though for Paul to get to talk to Ben Habib later? That's going to be amazing. So I'll probably have to watch that on my phone because the granddaughter likes it with me in the evening, so I'll have my phone with my headphones on or something.
So let me get this straight. So Paul Thorpe isn't appearing on Monday with Mo's on Monday. Is that right?
Yeah.
I need to change the Facebook page then because I put that up. I must have put that one up for today then. Yes, Wizards emails. You see, they're very cryptic. Sometimes they come under the same heading, which is why I didn't appear earlier.
Yeah, I noticed that, Wiz. I mean, you sent me the link from a reply to an email that was 2 weeks ago.
Email. Can't wumble.
It just comes up, and I just find the nearest one. And I'm like, reply.
Yeah. You need to change the subject heading to something more pertinent, mate.
I put a couple of them into the my advanced file now, but I don't know when they are. But yeah, so you'll just get random replies or something. But I don't know. I'll have to actually just start like from a brand new email. So
you see, Advanced UK is community and communication hub. Yeah, you need to organise. It's just a mess. Your office will be a mess. You know what I mean? Advanced UK's communication hub, and like we're getting headings that were sent 2 weeks ago, and just think that you've just sent a thumbs up, something like that, to our communication, so we don't bother opening it.
Everyone, support the channel, super chats, Ko-fi, buy me a wizard, buy me a potion. It's all at the top. We can make some money, then we don't have to have Electrodoc on anymore. Come on.
Yeah. I thought so, that's what you were doing to me. I thought, why am I in chat? What? I'm there, even capital letter in it. I'm pulling my hair out here, lads. Where's my invite? And
I sent it this morning. I was like, oh, you obviously don't want to come up, but we're going to have to go up Paul Thorpe, yeah.
In response to these are the 3 links that I mentioned in yesterday's live stream, mate.
Well,
hello, Richard.
What more do you want?
Hello, Richard. But, you're invited to come and do an interview with Mo and Paul Thorpe. Oh, I'll be straight on that. You know what I mean? Of course, I love Mo to bits.
You got to work for it. I was hoping that me and Guardian, me and Mo, and we'll have a chat before you come up. So, no, not really. Also, Jamie Dodger said, don't understand. I mean, we knew they would join. We were waiting for him to join. We were wondering why he wasn't. All of a sudden, it's bad. It's great. Yeah. I think it's become restored to join more parties.
Yeah. Sit up a bit. So my head's at least on this wall just here. Look.
I just think it's all like I say, I can't get my head around the fact that he didn't just join Advanced UK. I think you touched on it before, Mo, and that. But it just seems so weird that he thinks, if I want to be a leader, Ben, being the man he is willing to step back.
Yeah, well,
the leader of this. So why is he doing what he's doing?
And of course, this decision.
Cheers, Pat. Appreciate it, Pat, very much.
Yeah, this is also adds to our suspicion as to why did he do that? Is it because of the college? Yeah. Is it because of? It's
very suspicious. It's really, really suspicious. I just find it so strange.
Is it because
it's double standards, isn't it?
Is it because Ben Habib's mixed ethnicity? Just don't know. We're left there wondering. So in that bucket of wonder comes this kind of discussion. You know what I mean? While we're waiting.
I wouldn't rule that out. That out. I mean, he's surrounding himself with people that are a bit more ethno-nationalist, I suppose.
Indeed.
But I think it'd be pretty destructive to go along the ethno-nationalist route.
Oh,
because
definitely.
as I said in the early live stream, you'd be deporting people just based on skin color. I just don't think that's
Steve
it's
Law
just not just. It's not just. It's not moral. It's not Christian either. It's not Christian.
I think we're above that, aren't we? Sure.
Yeah, it's I believe it's called civic nationalism, where it's anyone's welcome as long as they're not fundamental Islam kind of thing.
I don't believe in that either. I think like the majority of England should be English. But what do we mean by majority? I believe it's 90%. I commented on one of my videos. There was a guy asking me, but what would you call majority? It should be a majority, but the percentages is the question. 60%, 55%, 90%.
Yeah,
Who knows?
I think the Islam bloc vote is about 30% for it to become like, you know, where they start getting mayors into their own little constituencies, and we're seeing that all over the UK at the moment. 30% majority. You know.
Yeah, that's where all the funding for mega mosque comes from, doesn't it?
Indeed.
In the middle of fucking
5 million.
Lake
5
District.
million for one.
Yeah. And then also Rupert Lowe's policies being a carbon copy, basically, with halal and kosher being, you know, stapled onto the side of it. That's just odd. You know. Yeah.
Yep. I think it's directed at you there, Mo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he asked me. I'm honestly very disheartened, but hopefully after seeing Ben's video today, this morning, I want to continue. That's from Shohab. I met Shohab in London in the conference. Good man, good guy. Cool. He's Pakistani origin, I think, but he's come to the UK legally, and he says he works for Swansea Council or something.
All right.
Yeah, Shohab. I get why Shohab is concerned as well. A lot of people concerned. Like, what the hell's with Rupert? Like, we invited you to advance. So what's the problem exactly? Doesn't it split the vote? This might potentially be a split in the vote. Imagine if Ben were to just go along and say, you know what, we're just going to continue with advance. We're going to do our own thing. Rupert's doing his own thing. That will be a true split in the vote. When it comes to the ballot box.
Well, on the
like, like, honestly, who'd you tick? I can't be 100% convinced that my political party is going to win if the vote is split. Yeah, it's truly split.
Yeah, at the moment, we still need the you know, the results of the vote as to whether or not to join Restore Britain. We still need to wait for that. You know, but yeah, once again, this bucket of not knowingness brings up these kind of conversations. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. And if it dismantles the college, I don't know what to well, I do know what to think. And that'd be a terrible, terrible thing. I'll just go back to gaming. I'll just give it up. You know, all this political commentary. I've already been blown out on Plenty of Fish dating site because I was too political.
Not a fish. You're there to be fish. You're not a fish. You're human. So what are you doing on Plenty of Fish? That's be a goldfish to be on.
I've been smacked in gills once or twice.
Yeah, they do say it's plenty of fish out in the sea.
Yeah, well, it's more or less a puddle over there on that dating site. It's a puddle of fish.
Of dead fish.
We're not infighting, look. We're debating.
Yes, we're debating. We are master debaters.
What's going on?
Disgusting.
Oh, you're being told there. You're the one that used that phrase, aren't you, a Guardian Mo? So you're going to have to explain yourself, mate. Apparently, you've got to learn what ethno-nationalism is. FFS.
Please learn what ethno. Yeah, well, even amongst the ethno-nationalist community, like there's still a lot of divide between them as well. Not everyone stands behind Steve Laws.
No.
I remember there was one guy. He claimed to be ethno-national. He was interviewed onto Baraka's show, and you wouldn't even be able to make this up. He thinks that England should be 95% English, and he's the one who lives in Thailand with his Thai wife, and his daughter is like 25% Thai and 75% English. So he's happy to demographically replace Thailand, but he's not happy with it in England. You couldn't even make it up, man.
Yeah,
these ethno-nats. They're okay with other countries being demographically replaced with English people, but England, no thanks.
Yeah. You see, an ethno-nat, that's someone who'd want Mo out of the country, a patriotic person just like Mo. I see him as British as me, and I live in the middle of England, 3 miles away from the centre of England, and I've got 4 generations, I think, of proof of being in the same town. Proof of being in the same town. In fact, I could have actually stayed attached to my umbilical cord, you know, and be able to get to the hospital where I was born. Even sat here. Not that far away from where I was born.
Mark says, I think he wants his own party to have his own voice. He has spent months building up followers and getting noticed. If he joined another party, he might not get as much notice.
Well, he would have done, wouldn't he? He would have
So,
done. It's got an issue somewhere, and we just can't work out what it is.
But any questions, folks? Get in the chat. Just put a big Q or at Wiz or at Guardian Mose or at Electrodoc, and I'll get to it. We'll go through. Can you see any?
So Wiz, if he joins another party, he might not get as much notice. That's kind of playing into the hands of celebrity politics, isn't it? Like, you should be setting up your party out of principle, not out of getting your name noticed. And that's what I love about Ben. He just goes along with setting up the party despite GB News or any of the mainstream media outlets. He doesn't need all that fame and pizzazz. Yep. It's just getting together and saving the country.
Yep,
it's and he also getting your name out.
He also stuck to his principles, his mission statement on asking the college whether or not we should join Restore Britain. That's a big green flag to me. You know what I mean? Or you could have just turned around to college and said, "Oh no, I'll just go and join." You know, like what Farage would probably do. Yeah, I'm the man now. I've been voted in. He didn't. He said it's down to the college, and we've made our points clear to Paul Thorpe. I think he might even be taking notes there. Did he say that he'd already recorded the interview and he's going to be uploading it at 6, or did he say he's going to have the live interview tonight?
He's interviewing at 6, which is 7 his time, and then Broden. Right. He said about maybe half hour, 45 minutes it'll be, and then he's going to load up about 8 or 9.
Yeah, well, that'll be interesting to see if he brings up our issues with, Ben Habib. I think he will. Yeah.
I think it's going to be, I can't wait. It's going to be actually quite interesting, I think.
It'll be a good interview. I can't wait, yeah.
Because Ben's quite honest, isn't he? Let's be honest. Of
course he is. Of course he is. He's already shown his honesty by what I just pointed out there. By saying it's up to the college what we do, and we've just discussed it. We've just discussed it right here. I've got my teeth in. We've just discussed it right here on the channel with Paul, which is what the party is all about and what we actually believe in the college structure. Do you get me? So as long as that remains, I'm happy to vote Restore Britain or whatever they decide to call it. Restance.
Mate, Wiz and I have made an enemy. Electrodoc is not on our team.
Why? Well,
you're not a true advance.
If it keeps the college in order and keeps the structure there, I can't see the problem. What's up with you? What do you mean an enemy?
If he keeps the college, which I don't think he will.
Well, if he doesn't, then we can decide whose side we're on then, can't we? You know what I mean? I'm not.
Why don't we all just vote for a reform? Just vote for a reform. The most popular choice.
Book a reform. No, I don't want to chuff it out. Yeah, I mean, a coalition between Advance and Restore has been shown in polls to be the best. Yeah, to be the best thing. But whether or not Rupert wants the college dismantled, we just keep going round and round in circles. We're a bit like a liberal talking about trans issues here.
I've got two polls.
We've got no true, no true facts to get our teeth into, if you like.
I posted 2 polls up. One with they're both the same, basically, right? And saying who would you choose as the next prime minister?
Yeah.
And it was whoever, but Ben was in there. But everyone's but there's no Rupert Lowe. So I've done it again. Yeah. And I put Rupert Lowe in there with Ben Habib. And in both polls, Ben Habib won.
Yeah. So, well, you want another one then, right? With a poll the same again, or a coalition between Restore Britain and Advance UK?
No, because my point is that people are still choosing Ben over Rupert.
Yeah, but a coalition between the two. See what people think then.
Don't care about that. That's not an interest to me because that's further down the line. Right now,
it's not. That's not very different.
Against Rupert Lowe.
Yeah.
So who would they choose? And they chose Ben Habib.
To get the demographic of your viewers, which are obviously more advanced based because we're kind of an advanced channel, yeah. To get the demographic vote, you need to add Restore Britain and Advance UK as a coalition. Do you get me? So as you can get a true.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
Yeah, but you still need a. Okay.
If people now think that we're going to have this merger, well, the fact that Ben Habib actually beat Rupert Lowe in a poll as the next Prime Minister, Ben Habib does not need Rupert Lowe. So leave Advance alone and Rupert Lowe can sod off and do whatever.
But yeah,
it's basically proven in the poll. People are still voting Ben Habib over Rupert Lowe. So it's not like Advance need Rupert Lowe. Just everyone seems to be going, oh, because he's done this, he's the best thing ever. Like, no, he's not. He's probably more out of touch with the people than Ben is.
Yeah, I agree. He's not as in tune with the people, especially when he was invited to that United Kingdom on 13th of September to speak. And he didn't. Well, not apparently. Rumors say that he was kind of warned by it was Charlie Downs who spoke to him and said, "No, don't go to Tommy." I feel like Charlie Downs doesn't really like Tommy.
Yeah,
that's my thoughts.
Charlie Downs. I haven't really been following.
I'm not a big fan of him. I really am not.
Sorry,
the way he talks about Tommy. Charlie Downs.
Oh, I need to. That's what I was going to write that down earlier because you said him a few times. I was like, "Who's this?" I think I've seen something. I'm not too sure.
I mean, he's very articulate. He's got the academic qualifications to actually hold himself in a debate long enough.
Young lad.
But he's my age. But the way he talks about Tommy being like a symptom of the problems that we're facing, like trying to objectify a human being, like the way he talks about people, I don't know. I don't trust him. I wouldn't trust him. The way
Did you mention Steve Laws? Or someone else I've got to look up. I wrote his name down as well. Did you mention him, Mo, earlier? Steve Laws?
We're talking about him being an ethno-nat.
I kind of did, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to answer some of the question in the comments as well about ethno-nationalism, even if you were to put aside the moral argument, look at the practical argument. Are you really willing to deport people who were adopted? They don't really care about ethnicity. Imagine if someone was originally born in North Korea, but then he somehow made it to the UK and got adopted with foster parents and he's raised in the UK all his life. Are you going to suddenly deport him back to North Korea? You're basically sending people to their death sentences for something that they didn't choose to have, for something they had no fault in. They didn't choose to be born North Korean. They've been born and bred raised in the UK. They've been raised in the education system. They haven't committed crimes. They're not out here proselytizing about how virtuous and great the Lord Allah is. They're not waving the holy Quran in front of people and thrusting knives into people's bellies. He's assimilated into British culture because he was raised here. You're gonna send him back to North Korea? I know that's an extreme example, but you're literally sending people to the death sentences.
Yeah,
absolutely deport people who are illegal. Absolutely deport people who don't speak English. And I'm telling you, a large majority of them are brown. They are people from the South Asian kind of part of the planet. Countries like India, Bangladesh, Punjab. There's people in my workplace that I'm not happy with talking in their own languages, and they don't really assimilate into British culture, and they don't speak English, and they treat women a certain way. And that does include a lot of brown people. But to deport people just based on skin color, that's really quite extreme. You don't realize how much damage you're going to be causing. You're going to end up splitting families apart. You're going to split mother from child, father from son, mother from daughter. And you're sending people in their death sentences. What's your thoughts?
100% agree with you, mate. You bang on. I mean, I think they say there's about 1 million people in this country that don't speak English. So
1 million? I don't think there's probably way more than that. Probably 5 million.
Yeah, I was literally going to say, even when I read it, I thought it was more. But let me just quickly say, Rusty Nuts, thanks for the £2. Paul is a buzzkill. Ben and Rupert, boom. Paul is actually a hell of a lot more intelligent than people give him credit for. Do you know what I mean? And he's part of the college as well. So I mean, you don't get there by fluke. You got to have some sort of intelligence. Do you know what I mean? And I think he understands a lot, especially with like the people, the country. He's friends with Tommy. That Richard Inman's funny as hell. I emailed him actually to see if he wanted to come on for an interview. Richard Inman, he's a good one. I like him because he's like me. He just says it the way it is. Like however it comes into his head is how it comes out in his mouth. Which
he's a real angry bird. The guy is Richard. I love Richard. Yeah. He's an angry bird.
But it means you're telling the truth because you're not thinking about it. You got to think about lying. You don't think about speaking from the heart.
You
just do it.
It comes out. Yeah. Whenever I open this door, I've just realised every time I open this door, it looks like I'm opening a gateway to heaven. Have you noticed it? Because it's so white.
The light.
I've just had it all decorated. We're going to be painting it at some point, and because it's so white, it looks it overloads my camera, and it looks like a proper doorway into heaven.
I was stood on the other side waiting for you, mate. Being Jesus. See, even Cara says, look, Lowe will not. I don't think Lowe will accept the college. See, that's what I was saying. Like, because
we don't. Yeah,
out, but I think the college is what really makes Advance because it's so unique and it's basically like we're honest. Boom, have this.
It's as if he's looking down on the college and us and just thinking, no, I don't want to discuss with the plebs. You know what I mean? We've had enough of that kind of government. Yeah, we've had enough of government that we can't. Have an influence on. Yeah, we've done that before.
It's as if he's giving us that lot treatment, but without making it obvious, without saying it overtly, being outwardly about it.
Yeah, but then it's only stipulation at the moment, guys. All right, we can see what happens during the talks, during the interviews with Ben Habib, Rupert Lowe, Advance UK, Restore Britain. We need to see what comes out of the other side. We're just worried that it might be a thing, that he might want to stop it, and if it does, it's going to send a massive message to us. One that I don't think we're going to survive. Losing that.
Yeah, if you see any in there, let me know and I'll bring it up because I'm behind them. Then I try and catch up. Then I'm behind, so I'll apologise. If you want to say anything, folks, your best chance for it to be 100% seen, no strings attached. It'll be a super chat or a Ko-fi because I can load that up quickly and read it out.
Or do a capital Q or two, and then ask your question, or give us an idea, or give us your point.
Question in capitals, or two capital Qs or something. We should say it, or question mark at the end of it. Also puts a little tag on it for me, and I can see that it's actually a question. So that'd be I think right. Fine times. Oh, look at that logo. That's what I've got on my T-shirt and my mug that I bought. Yeah. That line.
Yeah, I thought that. Did you see this? Cool. I bought as well. Just received it in my mail.
Oh, cool. You just got it. I had to go for extra large. That looks small.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Medium.
Yeah, I'm pretty skinny. I'm pretty small as well. Yeah, it's small. Yeah.
Oh, what? That looks cool though. Put the logo right up to the camera if you can. Oh, is that on the back?
Yeah,
that's on the back. This is the front.
Oh, I never knew that. Bone. Oh, right. That's smart.
Well,
on the back.
If Advance do end up dissolving, you can just take the Advance UK writing off and just have it as a tick saying that you bought the right size, basically.
No, I'll send it back and change it to Restore Britain.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I didn't invest in any of that. I've invested in Advance. Do you know what I mean? I'll be fuming. I'll be like, I want a refund, mate. I would. I'd email. I'll be fuming. Be a few swear words in the email as well. Give me my money back. But I mean, the logo is brilliant. Like the way that line is, and in the main, it's written like integrity and whatnot. I mean,
yes,
I think Ben needs to be. I think Ben needs to be really careful about this. I'm a bit concerned how he approaches this. You can't switch over to Restore Britain straight away. You'd be ostracizing me, Electrodoc, Wizard, Richard Inman. So many people put their trust in you.
Yeah,
it's gonna cause a fissure, like a divide.
Yeah.
Yep. Cheers, fine times. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. With we got Guardian Mo and Electrodoc, and we had Paul Thorpe here earlier, which sort of makes the stream. It was really good. Oh no, not Chirac at all.
Wait. Chirac really loves us. All right, he does actually love us. Don't.
He's a loyal supporter, mate. He's loyal to us.
Of the trolls, king of the trolls.
He's a loving troll. Okay, he's a loving troll. He just brings things up such as this BS, right? Whatever.
Right, Richard Inman has called Rupert Lowe a traitor. Rupert Lowe has been made well aware of this evil talk. That's actually quite funny. Yeah, I've asked Richard Inman see if he wants to come on here for an interview. So if anyone knows him, give him a heads up. I've emailed him. So
yeah, I emailed him as well, but I don't know if he responds.
Richard Inman.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, I tried emailing with my suggestion of developing like this political referendum for the members to have their say in advance UK and Restore Britain. But I don't know whether he checks his emails. I don't have his number or anything, so I just access his email.
Oh, right. Yeah, I only contact him via the email on YouTube. So, but I did message both of you with Paul Thorpe's contact number because the stream that he said.
You did. Thanks.
So
appreciate it.
I'll send that. Stevie Leeds. I feel really let down by Ben. Before announcing it, he should have at least messaged all the college. I spent thousands promoting Advance on YouTube. That's where you start feeling a bit like, defrauded. You got to be careful. And that's what I was saying. Like, made me angry. Like, hang on, I'm investing. I'm spending my money in here and giving it my time.
Yeah, well, we'll have to see what happens. Same as we say, when the result of this vote, see what's going on. And see what is left of Advance UK after the fact.
Yep. Question from Cara. Have any of you heard Lowe say anything about removing the ECHR?
I think so, yeah. I think that's in one of
his I think he did.
Manifesto pledges, yeah. Yeah, it's basically a carbon copy of Advance UK's with banning halal and what's the other one? Kosher meat.
Kosher.
But Ben, Rupert Lowe was doing that anyway in Congress or Whitehall something. He was combating that as his own little project kind of thing.
I feel like this halal kosher policy, I think there's a lot more discussion around it. I think we should talk about it because it's not as simple as you think it is. It's not as black and white. Once you initiate that ban, what do you think is going to happen to all the fast food chains in central London and all the major cities? Like it would be a massive impact to the economy. I think you can't just immediately. I know for the sake of the animals, you want to ban it quickly, but I think it should be done slowly, eventually, gradually. If you were to immediately ban it, all these small businesses, what are you going to do? Buy British chickens, which are like double the price. The business is going to go down.
They'll go down in price. Supply and demand, isn't it? If you haven't got so many kebabs like rotating around in your Islamic shops, right, then you're going to need to go out and buy more British chickens and
supply. What if the company in question, like you literally have weird businesses nowadays, believe it or not, that are like vegan only, which is just weird and stuff. But what if it's purely halal only meat that they sell? And then you're like, yeah, you can't do that no more. That's that business done.
Yeah. It's RSPCA, that's a British thing. RSPCA.
Yeah, do you know even Rupert Lowe wasn't, to my mind, he wasn't radical enough about it. He says we should ban the slaughter of animals during using halal practice in kosher, but he'd have no problem with it being imported from Arabic countries. I just thought, wait, hold on a minute. You're okay. You're not okay with them being slaughtered, but you're okay with them being imported. That's not really helping, is it?
It's not even going to come under our like British meat, is it? It's not going to be as clean, so to speak. It could be anything.
Just ban the whole, not just the practice, ban the import of these halal meats entirely. Then those immigrants will self-deport, won't they? That's my thought.
The logic is sound.
Sorry, one of my paintings went straight and it's really bugging me. This one's for you, Guardian Mo, from Mark. It is indeed celebrity politics, but it also helps if you aren't answerable to other parties' rules, if he joins another party at least. But that's what you were saying earlier about politics.
I think it was answering a question I was asked. I don't know how to answer that. But yeah, I mean, Yeah, there's a healthy balance, I guess. You want to get your name out there. So I get Rupert Lowe. Maybe that was his motivation not to get behind Advance, don't you think? Because Advance wasn't well known enough.
There are many motivations that we could stipulate on at the moment.
Yep. I've not seen the David Ball calling out Farage on GB News. No, I normally watch GB News.
Yeah, he did. No, he did. He did on X. Yeah, I saw it.
Did he? Yeah, I know Farage. Somewhere else they said about not saying anything about the old grooming gangs, wasn't it? But yeah, because he's a bit like, I don't know, it was like water off a duck's back, like it wasn't important, which was a bit shocking.
Yeah, I mean, David, well, he didn't really call him out. He was just saying that it hasn't been on Farage's top priorities. So he wasn't really calling him out, but I guess he was being non-PC and non-conformist, I suppose. So, yeah, he was definitely being a bit rebellious.
Slim. Some people need to learn to give us a chance to finish a sentence. Damn right, Slim. I mean, when you're married, you know you're never finishing your sentence because the missus, when she jumps in, you shut up. Especially on Valentine's Day. Otherwise, you're going to bed alone.
I haven't got this issue. Look at 57 years old. Look at my non-grey hair. 57. Single. No need to worry about Valentine's cards.
Happy Singles Day.
Happy. Thank you very much, Mo. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know what effect a registered party, Advance UK, coming under the umbrella of Restore, an unregistered party will have, or how Electoral Commission would see that. I don't know.
Again, we have to see.
It'd just be Rupert Lowe joining Advance, because that's all it is. I mean, I don't know. Have any of you heard Lowe say anything? Oh, I've read that, didn't I? She probably asked it twice because I missed the time round, but I did go back. Let me see. If there's any questions that you two see, tell me and I'll find it. So
I did see one where it's about 3.5 feet up. There were 3 QQQQQQQ. Someone with I think it was a fairly sensible question from what my memory has recalled.
All the Qs.
Yes.
I'm quite far away though, so I don't know if I'll...
Mark, this isn't a wig, no. I know my mum's cut it a bit short on the sides, look. Yeah.
Am I echoing?
No. Oh, no, it's an echo chamber on about. I don't know. Wizards in a small echo chamber. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but don't worry about it. We'll talk sense into him.
Mate, Wizards frozen.
Oh, again?
No, I haven't.
Oh, right. Just tricking it.
I'm trying to get through to see what questions there are, but...
So you've...
She's doing it now, though. No. Oh.
It done that with my hand, does it? I'll keep moving my hand like that while I'm looking.
Yeah, do that.
And I'm looking where you are. Oh, here's one for Guardians Mo. On ethno-nationalism, I have no issue with legal immigrants. I wouldn't get rid of them because they weren't born here, but I think the leaders of the country need to be from the country.
In terms of from the country, I would say at least have some English heritage, and that's Ben Habib. I mean, he's 50% English, born to an English mother.
He was here since the age of 14, though, wasn't he? So,
yeah, there's a good balance between heritage, heritage and upbringing. It's kind of key.
If you want to say anything in the chat and want us to bring it up, then can you put a big capital Q or QQ so I can see it, because I don't want to miss what you're saying. So I'm going through, but I have to read it all because I don't know what it is till I've read it. So
where's Mo gone?
Mo shot out. Best Black, would you push my channel? Need about 50 more subs to set me on the road. Thank you. No. There you go, folks. Best Black. Boom, boom.
Post your own link.
Probably needs 15 to get to maybe 500 subs or something. So
it's
Best Black.
It's a threshold, isn't it? 500. Yeah, of course we will, Best. No problem. Where did you go? Toilet.
Hey, I froze as well.
Yeah, it's your
It's only
turn.
me who's got a decent internet connection. There's only me who's got a decent internet.
May I just say, ladies and gents, Guardian Mode done it. Guardian Mode done it on purpose because Guardian Mode likes to be on the bottom.
Yeah, I wanted to screw the system, mate. There we go.
You'll have to put your head on top of the chat wall, like I did.
Oh, that's a happy day. Like, Best Black.
Oh, bless you, Best Black.
YouTube page. I was like, no, not doing it. Not doing it.
Now you can tell that I've got more chins than a Chinese phone book.
We're not advertising Best Black, who needs 15 more subs on a YouTube channel. We're not going to say go and have a look. We're not going to say go and subscribe. We're not going to do anything like that, Bess, are we?
Not that he just did. Not that he just did.
Look, these comments make me laugh. What does your channel cover, Bess? It doesn't cover anything. It's not a blanket.
Covers all sorts. I was chatting with them last night about 2 o'clock in the morning, telling jokes.
There's people actually saying apparently Rupert is a racist. How do you get that?
Oh God!
Probably a lefty. I wouldn't say that. No.
Probably a lefty. Everyone's racist to a lefty.
Well said, Slim. We're up here debating and talking sensibly. Let's be honest. But I can see some cues there. Nelly. Her name's so good. She named herself 3 times. I was wondering if the 2 parties merge, would my advanced membership transfer automatically? I'd assume so.
Yeah, but we don't officially know. You know, I mean, even if there was even if the membership doubled to £40, so as we're able to contribute.
Yeah, I wouldn't pay that. No way.
Well, even if we were to contribute to Restore UK's think tank and the Advance UK's college think tank, I'm or 30 quid. I don't know. So you're into both parties. I don't know. We don't know.
I'm hoping they just
would you really pay 40 quid for that? I mean, come on.
Well, probably 30.
Nope. 20.
We would have said, Rupert, why didn't you join Advance? You've just raised it to £40 for what? All for your ego.
Well, keep it at 20 then. I don't. As long as the Advance UK College remains intact, I don't give a toss what happens. As long as I've got that communication route, I don't care. All right. There you go.
Do you think Rupert will speak at the next UTK rally on May the 16th with the merge with Restore?
Possibly.
Who knows?
More
That's
chance
always a possibility, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we should just repost it on X. Just urge Rupert to come on. Like, just speak for the people, you know?
Yeah. Go and shout like a madman in the middle of the marketplace, shouting at the pigeons. That's how I see X and all these, you know, where they've got loads of comments and stuff, you know, where you look and it says, 4,895 people have commented on this and you haven't got a tick at the side of your name. Would you like to buy a tick for 20 quid from chuffing Elon Musk or however much it is? And then I get reports from Wiz saying it doesn't make a difference whether you've got a tick or not. You still don't get answered. So, no, not really.
I mean, imagine if we just brought a load of farming tractors into the UTK rally. I'm sure Rupert would join in. I mean, he's passionate about the farmers' protests.
Yeah.
So,
Hazy fancy. Guardian Moes. Why all of a sudden have Muslims made an issue of halal now? That's my question. The fact that we have to eat it is not frigging on.
No, you're bang on, Hazy. Like, they're making children eat it in Wales, aren't they? Well, it's being distributed in all the primary schools and secondary schools as well. It's like a violation of their own code, isn't it? Like, if you're not a follower of Islam, then you shouldn't even be eating halal food. Well, apparently, you're supposed to be executed by now. So shouldn't we be all dead under the Islamists?
Yep. Give it time. Raybot, are we looking to get the numbers needed to save the country or not? Ben made it clear he wanted Rupert on side from the start. We can't fart about over the petty infighting nonsense.
Agreed.
Waiting. We don't know until after this interview with Paul Thorpe and Ben Habib tonight, to be honest. But we're just speculating and throwing stuff around. And I mean, I invested in Advance and Ben Habib, so it's just a bit like, hang on a minute. Do you know what I mean? But you know, I wouldn't say it's infighting. Just stuff that's got to be panned out, spoken about.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah. Is Mo frozen? No.
No, I'm just pretending, mate. I'm just pretending.
On his mic.
If you give a 10, do it like something really cool, like that.
Yeah.
And then anyone tuning in's like, what's going on there, geez? They'll be like, you're like statues. Farage is caught in the Muslim vote. Farage to do anything. I'm looking for the cues. Oh,
no, what's with that? What's with that Zia Yusuf? You know, how did he even get? He donated what 20? I don't know, 10 million into the party, and then he suddenly lands into the hot seat.
Yeah, and
what the hell's going on there?
Throws all the patriots out of the party. Yeah. £200,000 for access to a nuclear button on the Islamic side. Great. It's bargain. You know what I mean? Especially if they put if Farage puts him on the pedestal. Oh God, I wouldn't even like to think.
Mr. Slotball. Good afternoon, panel. Water, salad, fruit, fish is halal. For your information.
Okay.
Wiz, are you going to use your vote at the next election? I will be, yes. Near the time, I'll make my decision. See if it's going Advance or it'll have to go Reform. Don't know. We've had discussions like that before, haven't we?
Or restance.
I don't know yet.
Or restance, Advance, Restore. Restance, who knows?
Oh, this is a good one. Look, and migrants in France were asked if they were sent to Rwanda, would they enter the UK? Every single one said no.
Yeah, and what's the name? Starmer threw it out, didn't you? Saying, "Oh, yeah, that's just a gimmick." Yeah, idiot.
I just subscribed. Woohoo! Thank you, Leslie. Everybody else, subscribe. It's free of charge. It's not free if you send a super chat, but you know, get your money out. Come on, support the channel.
Yeah,
or
someone else mentioned about them labeling halal meat in superstores, etc. Yeah, that could be a thing. However, when you're at school, you're not really, you know, it's up to the school whether or not they put the label up saying this is all halal meat. You know, I think that'll be down to the school to make their mind up on that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is, even if you labeled it halal and allowed them to do so, would you still buy from the supermarket? Because I mean, they're supporting the distribution of halal meat.
No,
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to invest. I wouldn't want to invest in a shop that's selling halal meat, even despite them labeling it.
Just go and throw sausages or bacon all over it. They won't touch it then. They'll soon get peed off.
Well, I'll be doing that tomorrow.
You're doing that tomorrow, because
we should call a national holiday Bacon Day. What, like British Bacon Day or something?
Yeah,
I'll speak to Ben Habib about that.
I've never heard of a halal slaughtered pig. That's just a contradiction in terms, isn't it? It's never going to happen. So just stick to bacon, guys. You're guaranteed not to have a halal slaughtered pig.
That's true, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mark says, I think we need some kind of charter for what would bar somebody from public service or entering politics. Maybe even make a petition asking the government to discuss it.
Well, I think Advance UK are doing that anyway, aren't they? They would do that. Advance UK, that was in one of their pledges, one of their the conference speech policies. They said ban swearing on the, you know, only accepting either the Holy Bible or a Pledge of Allegiance, something like that, some words to that effect. No more swearing on the Quran. So that'll put most of them off.
Tina, on the question of Rupert Lowe leaving the ECHR, I don't see specific mention of it in the email he sent out last night.
No, it could be in development. It could be in the stages of being talked about. So you never know.
Or a coalition with our policy, Advance UK's policy, because they've done quite a lot of work on that, haven't they? Leaving the ECHR. Obviously, we're going to need to get Northern Ireland out of Brexit because Nigel Farage just left them to it, didn't he? With Bojo in charge. You know.
No, it was Boris Johnson that left them out of the blue.
Yeah, but I think we were looking for feedback from Nigel Farage, and Nigel Farage said, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'm retired. I've got my feet up now. I don't care," kind of thing.
He was busy he's busy in the States.
Oh,
him
really?
And his ego
cohorts.
See if there's any more things. A shalom from Ireland. It was a great show, and the gents who have been on, and Paul, brilliant podcast. Thank you very much, Selwyn Pritchard. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Selwyn. Thank you.
Going through. I'm trying to catch up with all to see, because obviously we're going for like 2 hours now, so we're getting somewhere near the end. The end is near. If you see any in the chat, guys, let me know. Not seeing much else. I'm trying to catch up. I've got to fly through, so I am missing quite a lot, I know, but all the questions. I did miss one a minute ago. I went a bit too quick.
Someone says that Asian dude on the panel is a right bell end.
Where's that? I would have put that up. That wasn't me, was it?
Mr. Slotball. Good 402.
Me.
Snotball. What name's that? That's classic. That is classic.
Mate, I love the hate. I love haters. They're most welcome. They're most welcome on this channel. The haters, they crack me up sometimes.
I had to ban someone. I had like no mods on the other day, and I had someone in there calling me like no teeth gummy swear word and all things like that. And I'm like, mate, it just proves you don't know me, so ban. That was it.
I was in bed. Half past 2 in the afternoon.
Moderating.
I had been working till 4 a.m. in the morning, so
Oh,
have you got any more questions, folks? Quickly answer them in the chat, because we're going to wrap up soon. Otherwise, everyone's bladder is going to explode, I expect. But don't forget, we are back Monday. We got Monday with Mo, and we're doing every Monday with Mo, because Mo said, "Yeah, I'll do that," and it's a good way to promote his channel.
Am I coming on?
Except today. Saturday. Yeah.
With a special.
It says Monday with Mo. Doesn't say Monday with Mo and Electrodoc. It says Monday with Mo.
Well, you need to alter what it says then, don't you?
But it will be like a call-in, so people want to ask me or Mo questions. People can sort of come up. So Electrodoc, if you're around, you want to come up, you can come up. And then if anyone wants to ask any of us any questions, they can come up. And it'll put like 4 or 5 of us up on screen, so it'd be a good thing. But Mo takes.
Hey, I didn't consent. I didn't consent to Electrodoc coming onto the channel.
Oh, that's why we've got to put up for a vote. Oh yeah, okay. Right, you're gonna have to vote. We'll have to do a secret vote, because I voted yes. So if you vote no, then it's a stalemate. So we'll have to just put him in the bin.
You see what this channel suffers from is bloke in pub kind of humour. Okay, so I know Mo loves me. All right, I know the Wiz loves me. I know you guys love me, even if you call me names. Right?
Yeah.
It's just bloke in pub kind of mentality. All right. Yes. I would be happy to appear. Yes, it'd be lovely. Yes, thank you.
Here's a question for you both. Would you compromise on the Advanced UK College?
regarding Advanced UK's college being dismantled by some weird decision of Rupert Lowe, I would go back to gaming. I think I'd put my slippers up for, commentary on.
Yeah, I mean, nothing works without the college. The college is brilliant.
No,
keep it intact.
Absolutely, yeah.
I think I tagged Guardian Mo in the message in the description below, so you can just click on that. It says at Guardian Mo, and then you can do it. Or saying that, Electrodoc is a moderator, so he can post links. So if he wants to post up Guardian Mo's and his channel links, then he will do so. But I think I have put Guardian Mo, but I wasn't expecting Electrodoc, and then I did email him, and I don't think I updated it to put at Electrodocs.
No,
you didn't even want Electrodoc originally.
Well, I emailed him the old email. I thought, at least I say I've done it, and they go, "Oh, I didn't see that," and I'm like, "Good, I finished my live now." See you
of course
later.
I didn't. It was a completely irrelevant subject line. You gonk womble. There's me.
Guys, quick diversion. Guys, quick diversion. Yeah. Have you heard from Paul Burgess? Has he messaged either of you?
Yep.
Paul Burgess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's emailed me privately. After you did that interview with Craig Walton.
I
think it's best for us to keep it private. I think.
Yeah, I did say, like, if he wants to come on next week, he can do. You can join us for that if you want, Guardian, as he's contacted you as well. But I find if he says whatever he says, I don't know enough about the other end of it to even debate with him or to pull him up on stuff. So it'd be like last time when he was saying what he was saying. I couldn't really say too much, and I let the man speak because I can't rebut something when I don't know the other side of the stories, so to speak.
Yeah, sure. Well, you did hear from Craig's perspective, right? And then Paul came out and said that's an utter pile of lies about me. And yeah, I mean, Craig was a bit brief about it, so it's not necessary to cause drama about it. But I think it was. I invited Paul on. I said, like, you're more than welcome to let your voice be heard on my show, and you can bash Advanced UK all you like, and I'll let you speak. I'll listen to what you say. But maybe now's not the right time for that on my channel. I don't know about you, but I might do one with him in 2 weeks' time when the dust has settled over Rupert Lowe.
No, I've replied to him and that. I said, yeah, look, if you want to come on and say your bit, then fair play, say that. But like Electrodoc said in, I think, one of his emails, or when he called me or something, like, I'm not going to have it so it's like a bitching station where everyone wants to come, oh, he said that and blah, blah, blah. I don't want none of that. But he was on, he said his bit. Dr. Craig Walton said his bit. Now, if he just wants to say, look, I've got evidence here, like, can you bring this up? Let me explain to people, whatever, then yeah, not a problem. But that'd be it then. There's no, like, a week later, 2 weeks later, oh yeah, by the way, this is still bugging me. Like, no. So, to make it fair, if he wants to say whatever.
No, I actually disagree, because, I mean, if somebody wants to criticize Advanced UK and give the opportunity for Advanced members to be clear and to be clarified on it, I think we should hear his voice.
Personal attacks. Like, oh,
towards
Craig
what?
said this. Not personal attacks. Like, I don't want, like, say,
with no substance.
I don't want Paul Burgess saying, oh, Craig said this, Craig said that, oh, Craig said this. I'm like, well, hang on a minute.
That's not
we're
what
talking
we're
about the situation.
Yeah.
I.e.
Well, I mean, there's nothing stopping him from making personal attacks, but obviously we have to keep this kind of private. Yeah. But like, I don't mind him coming onto my channel just to vent and say that Craig was lying about me and making, as you said,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Just let him speak. I'm happy to listening to him. And people trip on their own folly if they say something that's outrageous and it turns back on them. So just let him speak. Just, if he's making a massive mistake. Yeah. Let him speak. Let him trip on his own words. But as I said, like, I'd rather allow him to have his own voice, let his message be heard.
I've invited him on next week. If he wants to come up next week, then happy days. Like I say, I won't really be able to sort of debate him or rebut anything because I don't know much. But if he wants to get his view across and he says he's got evidence, then fair play. Yeah, do that.
Yeah.
But then at the end of that, then we move on. Do you know what I mean?
We seem to reckon they were at him in these emails they were sending him, but it probably come under the subject heading like your TMU butt plug is now arriving from wish.com. You know what I mean? Under that kind of heading, subject matter, because it just gone through his own personal email and thought, oh yeah, I'll let Richard in on this, and then did that. You see, because it's a bit.
No, I think it's really important to let people their voices be heard if they're criticizing Advance. And same with Richard Taylor as well. He's been blocked from the Advanced UK Wales community page on X.
We need Richard.
I don't know if that's I don't know if it's just Richard or not, or is both Richie and Rogue, but that's a concern as well. Yeah. I mean, if someone wants to criticize Advanced UK, let them do it, because you don't want to make your members feel like we're just on the Advance banner and we're supporting Advance despite everything. You want to be able to prove to people that Advance is a democratic party. It's not just some one-man band and some Ben Habib fan club. That there are people who will criticize Advance and point out areas that can be improved.
Yeah.
Or if they're just out to get at Ben Habib, or they're just trying to turn Advance into something else that revolves around them and they're the center of everything, well then, the members they'll look at him and realize, oh well, that's his agenda, that's his problem. Yeah. So it's good to allow freedom of speech. Do you see what I mean?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. I totally agree, mate. Totally agree. Yeah, I mean, I would never sort of ban someone just because they have a different view to me. I'm like, no, you're the person I want to talk to because I want to hear what you're saying, what you're thinking, and you can hear what I'm saying, and then we'll think, oh, I can see why we got a difference, or actually, I'm wrong. Actually, I need to come around to your way of thinking. That's how we educate ourselves, learn, surely. So, but on a good note, literally, the Hazy Fantasies super sticker is the channel's 20th super on a live. Number 20. You think number 21, but yeah, thank you very much, Hazy Fantasy. That gives me a Hazy Fantasy. That's terrible.
So, Mark Proudlove asks, do any of you guys have a page we can send questions to that we want to ask your guests? I can't always make live streams, but I could send questions to them. To a page. So I think your best idea is probably Wiz goes through all the comments, don't you, Wiz? And then he'll leave a super like or a comment. So if you can either put it in there or just go to the about, the about bit in YouTube, go to the about bit, go to show email address. He responds to his emails as well. As long as you put the correct subject line in, that would be great. Yeah. You can do.
You can click on more on the links.
As for Discord and things like that, I think you're still working on that, aren't you, Wiz?
I've got to sort out with Workflow Solutions what we're doing.
Yeah. But in the meantime, just leave any pertinent questions there. That'd be great. Cheers.
But yeah, we'll be building up a lot bigger community, so things will be happening soon. And also, I'll let you all into a secret, right? It's not too sure what it's going to be called yet. It's either going to be still the Wizard's Words, or it'd be Wizard Media, or might be the Wizard's Words Media, where there'd be packages where said channels, if they're monetized, they come under the Wizard Media banner. And then obviously there'd be benefit. You advertise it and that, and like you, Guardian Mo, like we could do whatever and get you monetized and that, and then happy days.
Better get monetized. Yeah,
but I'm probably looking at, we do all like whatever, you get all your services and that, and if you're under the Wizard Media banner, then all you do is look a certain percentage of whatever you earn every month you pay to Wizard Media, and they just carry on just pumping out all your stuff and doing whatever for you. So you don't pay anything up front. You pay a monthly percentage, whatever that may be. But if you make a lot in a month, then the percentage you pay is a lot smaller. Do you know what I mean? It's not all about money, but you know,
has this been set up by a third party who you've met on the internet, Wiz?
It's going to be. That's my idea to him. We're just throwing the ideas around at the moment, but that's one of the things we're looking at. So nothing.
Well, I want to know who that third party is.
Yeah, how do you know it's not some hairy ass trucker from India?
Oh no, it's some
Nigerian prince.
Yeah,
grifting you for money.
Good evening, madam. There is a chicken in your bank account. We need to get the chicken out. We need your account number. Good evening.
No, they're going to be. It's a family business, and they're looking at sponsoring my channel, Workflow Solutions.
Family business, right?
Yeah, check it out. Workflowsolutions.co.uk.
Are they? No, they're disguised as a family business. But
yeah, that's how they identify. They're actually a kibbutzi family, living in a little hut just be careful, mate.
We need your short code and account number.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. It's it's all Christian. Obviously, certain things like YouTube channel, etc., like where it be linked and all that, they don't have access to it, so it's not like that. So yeah,
right.
And it's the same. Even like, say if you were coming under the banner, Mo, we wouldn't have access to your YouTube.
That's unfair.
You literally just screenshot something and then send that to us and then send said percentage.
Wiz, I would Google search the company name. See if it's got
good
or bad reviews.
That's what I'm telling you. What it workflowsolutions.co.uk.
And you've Googled that reviews of this company. Are you sure?
Yesterday and the day before.
Are you sure?
Had to investigate things. Yep, it's all gonna be rather groovy gravy.
Right. Did you send me Paul's number, Wiz?
I did. I sent it by email. I was thinking I was WhatsApp, but
I see that. That's Paul. Okay.
What subject did it have? What subject did it have? What subject line did it have?
I won't tell you. Man, Wiz, you gotta sort this out. Replying to my email 2 weeks ago. Right,
I'll just click on whatever one I see.
Well, you need to alter the subject line to something more pertinent, you gonk womble. Yeah.
Mate, are you sure this is Paul Thought's number and not your wife's number, mate?
Yeah, I just click reply on whatever email pops up first. I'm just like, oh, there's one that says Mo on it. That'll do. Boosh. There you go. But yeah, I'll probably have to just type it in and we'll start a new one so it comes through new. My bad.
Do you message him on WhatsApp or do you call him? Because this is a Spanish number,
Paul?
Isn't it? Yeah.
Paul? No, it's a mobile number. Just a normal mobile.
It's a UK number. Right.
Yeah, because it starts with
just drop the 0 and put +44. But
so we'll do it from England. Yeah, so 44 is the England is the code for England +44. So obviously it's a registered SIM in England, is what we're trying to get at. Because I was wondering whether or not I had to put the Spanish prefix.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well.
I think WhatsApp actually works that out because it's actually through Wi-Fi, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay.
I'm hoping it is because that's where I'm going to ring it in from, a Wi-Fi hotspot in me hotel room, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, but message, because then it gives them time to respond, because obviously they're busy and that they just pick up the messages as and when. I find it better with messages as well. Unless at certain times when Electrodoc called me, I'm all right because I'm sat there, so I'm like, oh yeah, I can answer that. But normally it's best to message.
Yeah.
I'll message him. I'll message him. Message is better. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, easier. I can always send you my number or whatever. I've got WhatsApp now because of Paul, and I've got Electrodoc on there.
Yeah.
So send me your number as well.
I've sent you my number by email a couple of 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yes, you did. Yeah.
I mean, if I'm on WhatsApp, you can add me if you want to, and then exchange numbers that way if you want. Don't worry, I don't go ringing you up at 1 o'clock in the morning and saying, "Good evening, madam." There's a chicken in your bank account. I need your bank account number and your serial number. We are able to retrieve the chicken out of your bank account because it could have bird flu.
Mate, you can't open my wallet, let alone get any bank details out of me. So anyway, Claire says, do you think it's better to have just the one party, Advance Restore, so that those who are not political will not be confused as to who to vote for when the time comes? Just one party? Two.
It'll be a coalition, won't it, with Advance and Restore? So I think it'll be a Restore that you'll be voting for if that coalition comes about. Yeah,
keep the name Advance, and that's one of my conditions. If that name goes, that's it. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, who knows?
Well,
who knows
if the name isn't changed, then basically Rupert will be joining Advance, won't he? If the name doesn't change from Advance.
Yeah, that's what he could have done.
Yeah,
he's an absolute idiot.
Yeah, but you're living. It's going to be called Restore, isn't it? Because he's already launched that party.
And then I've got a T-shirt and a mug that says Advance, so I want a refund, and I want my £2 membership fee back, and Restore can kiss my ass.
Don't go buying merchandise from chuffing grifters then.
Is it calling Advance and Ben Habib grifter?
Everyone's making mention of Richard Inman in the comments.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was being kind of hot-headed, but he's just the way he is. And don't forget, he was the one who was warning us about Nigel Farage and Reform, saying that they would ruin everything. I was kind of iffy about Reform because of Richard Inman. So he's onto something when he says is a treacherous wretch or whatever he said.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I have a sneaking suspicion. There's some suspicion around Rupert, definitely, but he's being really clever at hiding it. Possibly, I don't know. I think Rich is onto something.
Wiz, are you going to invite Paul over on Monday to discuss that interview that he's doing tonight at all?
Well, Mo, you heard me say to him that I think it'd be good that we go through that on Monday. So, I mean, Paul, he'd be, and I suppose I could always send him a message and say we're going through your interview, but he's in the interview talking to Ben. So, but I think that's what we'll do Monday with Mo is, like I said, it's all right if we go through that. So he said it's about half hour, 45 minutes to what he's aiming at. So me and Mo can go through it, and as and when Mo can just say, "I'll stop it."
I'm coming on as well. We don't
because apparently you're up for it being called Restore, not Advance, and me and Guardians Mo are like, "No, we want Advance." So Electrodoc can fuck her off.
What? Bloke in pub humour. Don't worry about it, guys. I will be appearing. Don't worry about
it. Once you appear, I'll jump out.
My left.
That's pretty fair.
My left.
And it will help the internet connection as well.
I think Pat's right. Stop buying bloody political merch.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with my internet connection. Mine's been absolutely perfect.
Yeah. But bloody, I can't believe though. You've changed the name to Restore. I'm going to be fuming, mate. Absolutely.
Yeah, we bought merch, didn't we? We fucking bought hats and beanies and shirts.
Your cap looks really cool, and I want a beanie, mate.
Pin badges.
Yeah. So you're going to get a refund on all that, or what? Because it's literally going to be pointless, isn't it?
Yes, but you two buying a T-shirt isn't the be all and end all to how the country's going to end up, is it?
I understand. It's about bank balance. Me investing in a blooming political party that then becomes.
Send them back now and say this doesn't fit, and they'll give you the money back, and then just wait until they bring out the next such a merge, and then go and buy it again.
I don't buy the latest Tottenham Hotspur football T-shirt, and then they turn around and say, "By the way, we're not going to call Tottenham Hotspur anymore."
Well, Farage were expecting you to buy Farage number 10 football shirt, wasn't he? You didn't buy one of them. Because you've got your head screwed on.
Farage is a slimy little toad.
Indeed.
But me and Guardian Mo would be like, "Oh, let's meet up and wear our Advanced T-shirts," and everyone would think, "Who's that?" And we'd be like, "No idea, mate. It's gone." we wasted our money, so we thought we'll have a night out wearing our debunked Advance t-shirts.
I'm sticking to Advance, mate. Look at the logo. Look at that lion. Isn't it cool?
I know.
That
What
design
they
of
call
the lion.
it? What they call it? Restore though, Mo. What do we do then?
Oh man, I don't know.
See what I mean?
Idea.
It's annoying, isn't it? Me just saying that, asking you that question, you got swear words going through your head. That's why you went, I don't know.
Yeah.
Go to
I mean, it's pretty. No, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing if you wear it out in public as well. It's like it's not my political party because they changed names.
Yeah, and people are going, you fell into the trap.
Well, they might change names. They might change names, but they don't change the policy stance, do they? It's still the same policies in either in Advance or Restore. It's a carbon copy of policies. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
and
so
I don't even think Ben is really convinced and happy about it. I mean, you spent so much time into the merch store. People have bought all these campaign pamphlets and shirts and mugs, and you're just going to give that all away.
Look at Ben Habib. He had to change the name from Integrity when he learned from the public that Integrity was actually a weed farm on Chuffing South Park. You know what I mean? And then he changed the name to Advance UK, didn't he? So obviously he's got.
Well, they didn't sell merch at the time.
No,
they didn't sell merch, so you can't hold them accountable for that.
No, but they did have to change the name to Advance UK. So yeah. Yeah.
When you shove your memorabilia, Raybot, I don't want it. I bought it to invest in a political party, and it's come back and it's gone right up my backside. I'm not happy. Right. Is it? Keep the merch and keep it. Years later, it'd be worth saying as a historical record of where the party started.
Yeah, I'll hang it up on my wall or something.
Yeah. Look at this beautiful logo from 2026. You know, all up in a museum. You know, current price tag £1 million because everybody would have gone there away.
I think Slim's on it. I'm not reading it out, but you can see that on the screen. That's just hilarious. Oh, it's just
restance.
I'm going to create some art and we'll sell them in the future. Political merch.
Send them back so they don't fit.
Don't drink tea, make coffee. Yeah. But no, I will. But I'll demand the refund. I want my £20 membership refunded and all. I want it all back. I'm like, I'm never ever getting involved in a political party ever again.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. As long as I'm around, you will.
If it's called Restore, I'll be like, don't care. Nothing to do with me, mate. I'll still talk politics, all this and that, but I will literally say to people, I am not part of any political party. So I can talk about and insult any which one I so choose. And Rupert Lowe, regardless, still a complete donk.
Yeah, but then you're all going to be all you're going to be doing then is just rebuttaling reform and rebuttaling restore, but restore are exactly the same kind of as Advance, especially if they keep the college foundations in. Yeah,
don't care. I won't be getting my vote.
Yeah, you do care. Of course you care. Why don't you got your headphones in so I'm directly in your ears telling you what to do? Mo,
I do not care.
Where's your headphones?
Not interested.
It
won't be advanced. It won't be under Ben Habib that I'm invested in, so I'm not interested. So like I say, I'll still talk about stuff, and I'll be like, oh yeah, it looks like restore or whatever you want to call it, restore and reform, and doing all this and that. So I'll still talk about that. But if everyone says, oh, which one are you, mate? Or I'll be like, neither.
Yeah, because I've got to be in my bonnet about a T-shirt that's going to be worth £1 million in about 10 years.
I've got to be in my bonnet about investing in a political party that then decides to not be a political party. How flipping rude.
Well, it's not going to get its name changed from Restore. It's not going to get its name changed from Restore. So
yeah, so Advance UK can turn around and say we're not changing our name either.
Well, then keep it as Advance UK.
Restore.
You can keep your merch, you can keep all your stuff, but everybody knows that Advance is now Restore. Anyway, this is all speculation anyway, because we still don't know whether or not the college foundations are still going to be kept for a communication line, which is what this channel's all about.
But Rupert Lowe literally just pulled Restore out of his arse last night, and we're like, oh yeah, we've got to change to that name, even though it's been Advance UK for how long?
No, it's had Restore for ages, just as a movement. But now he's made it into a political party.
What do you think, Mo?
I mean,
Am I right or what?
I mean, he promised to. He said he would set up his party after the our gang inquiry is finished. So I don't know why. What's with the haste? Why did he feel threatened about Nick Buckley? Did he feel threatened about Advanced UK's college? So many questions.
Still questions we have yet to answer, Mo. Which we will get answered tonight on Paul's stream, I think, when he does his interview with Habib.
I'm actually looking for. Is he going? I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. Is he going live, or is it just a pre-recording?
It's going to be a pre-recording at 6 o'clock, but then instantly uploaded for about 7 or 8, I think he said.
Yeah.
So live at 6.
No, it's not live.
He's doing it. He's pre-recording it. Then he's going to load it up about 7, 8, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's
right.
That stream.
So he doesn't get. So he doesn't get. So he doesn't get interruption from.
Anyone. Similar to your live that you did with Oakendale.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. So I'm the opposite. I do it live, off the cuff, happy days, because that way people can ask questions, and that I feel it's a bit more open, and people can actually ask questions. But I can understand why Paul's not, because of what's happening. That interview could go on for
serious.
And
it's
so
a serious one.
Asking and super chatting, so exactly that is serious as well. So at least he can just get on like what you did, Mo. Privacy just between you and him, proper talk, get to the end, done, no interruptions, whatever. And if someone's sending you like 10, 20 quid super chat, you're gonna think like, at least ask the question, I need to throw that in now, and then someone else does it. Yeah, do you know what I mean? So so I get exactly why yourself and Paul would do that. I'm the opposite. I know that they've got hour and a half, so I'll aim for that, but I'll do my interview for an hour and then have half an hour to do all super chats and questions in the chat or whatever by doing it live. I just feel it's more encompassing for people, but each to their own. But the
good thing about live is like you can have fun, you can mess around a bit more. Whereas with an interview, you're so time constrained. I remember with my interview with Edward, it's like I don't like to interrupt my guest. Like he rambles, he goes on and on and on. I kind of have to think, how can I cut my script down? I've got this structure in place, but there's questions I want to ask, but I can't ask because I'm running out of time. There's a lot of time management involved, so it's not as it's hard. It's tricky. It's tricky. But it's good fun though. It's good fun.
Yeah.
I want to bring Craig Walton in. I think Craig's great. I like Craig.
Yeah, good, decent bloke. Yeah, great.
He said 8, 9 o'clock our time, English Rose. 8, 9 our time. So just so you all know, right? This live stream's had over 10,000 views.
Wow, I'm famous.
That's absolutely.
Mate, it's because of me and Electrodot. It's because of me and Electrodot. We zapped the hell out of this
nothing
channel.
to do with my silver hair and my lovely big.
You're welcome, mate.
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
Pleasure being here.
Yeah, I'm the chuffing whipping boy. I'm just a pair and you just keep taking pee. Gonks.
I know you mean it, because you're back Monday. Yeah, but it's a good way to advertise yourselves, isn't it?
There you go, it's official. I've got the receipt. I'm appearing with Mo on Monday. I'm gonna wear all my Benidorm gear. I'm gonna have a special T-shirt on with my monkey on front that actually looks 3D. Yeah, my hat, my daft hat ready because I'm on the plane next day. So make the most of me, guys.
We will finish on a positive
without me. Yeah.
You're here, so it's all positive. It's all positive. But I think with can you see anything in the chat that I've missed, guys? If not, then we can. It's 2 hours 40 minutes, so we better wrap it up.
Yeah.
Like Snoop Dogg. So, but I can't see.
Great. Someone called me brilliant in chat. Someone called me brilliant.
Yeah, they always do when they don't know you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody.
Someone in the chat called me brilliant. I saw it with my own eyes. I ain't got my glasses on, but yeah.
You ain't got the receipts to show that. Where's the receipt? Where's the comment?
Maybe not. I'm just.
The chances are I'm not supposed to do anything tomorrow, but the chances are I might go live about 2-3 o'clock, and because there's quite a few news stories that I haven't been through due to doing this, that, and everything else. So I might be on tomorrow. Might. But regardless, it's Monday with Mo, 1 p.m. Monday with Mo. Monday with Mo. Monday with Mo. Monday with Mo. Do you like that, Mo? I hope you appreciate it.
You have to do a choreography with that.
Mondays with Wizard and Modocs.
Monday with Mo.
We should wear our advanced t-shirts, the advanced lion shirt. Oh, you haven't got it yet. So,
No, how long did it take to come through?
It took about 4 days for me.
Oh, that's not bad. So, maybe next Monday then we'll have the t-shirts.
Yeah, it's funny how quick it is because their headquarters are in the north of England. So it was really quick. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you get sent down by an electric bike, don't they, from one of these illegal migrants, what have you?
Or is it in Swansea? I believe the package was in Swansea. Maybe they packed it in Swansea, but the merch comes from the north, from Newcastle.
What does the label say? What does the label say? Does it made in England, made in China?
It's obviously made in China. Come on, I don't even have to look at it.
That'd be the t-shirt though. They printed it. Might have printed it in the north.
Tusi TV when he got his MAGA hat and he looked at the label and he said, "Yeah, it's made in China." A MAGA hat, from America.
MAGA in China.
They should ban all that. Should ban all the Chinese stuff.
Absolutely.
But yeah, happy days. Right, we're all said and done, guys. I think everyone will anticipate Monday with Mo at 1 p.m. And we'll be going through Paul Thorpe's interview with Ben Habib, as well as anything else that gets mentioned or anything that comes up that Guardian Mo wants to talk about, or myself. And we might just have Electrodoc along. I don't know yet. He's bugging me at the moment. Oh,
small chance.
I'll be in my holiday gear. I'll be in my holiday gear. You're gonna love it. All right, I've got a proper bucket hat, everything. You know what I mean? Ready for raving. 57 years old in the middle of chuffing Benidorm. Huh? You want me on?
Classic.
I'm gonna throw myself out. I know when I'm not wanted. All right, lads. See you soon. Cheers, chat.
Take it easy, mate.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for the stream. See you guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Living a dream. There we go, folks. Happy days. Wow, what a stream that was. 2 hours, 41 minutes. Blimey heck. Thank you to every single one of you in chat. It's been absolutely marvellous. Thank you to Jamie Dodger, Pat the Milkman, Rusty Nuts, Hazy Fantasy, and Slim, who were in there with the old super chats. It all helps the channel. I might be back tomorrow. I don't know. I might have a day off, but we're back Monday, 1 p.m. with Mo. And don't forget to check out Guardian Mo's channel and also Electrodoc. Happy days. I think the links were in the chat, but it's been absolutely fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much. And until Monday at 1 p.m, like I say at the end of every single video, that is the wizard's words.